together.
Chaos, I have a question. I'd like to cast Fireball for 2d6 damage.
Yes.
Can that happen, please?
I mean, that's like an actually good question. It's not like, hey, you want to see my dick?
Yeah. Okay, exit the program. Okay. And stop stream.
Chaos, is that possible? Can we do that?
What was the question?
Cast Fireball for 2d6 damage?
Roll a d20 for initiative.
Yes.
Hang on. What is the fireball damage? Let me make sure that's even right.
Let me go find my dice real quick and we'll roll this.
I mean, you don't keep yours on hand.
So, first of all, fireball is an 8d6 fire damage. So you're short selling yourself, so I'll accept the 2. Alright.
I feel such a noob right now. I was just playing D&D last night.
Why does my character have a giant cod piece it looks like in these fucking pants? What the fuck did I miss?
Miracle Grow?
I guess, man. Like, I don't fucking remember that when I was playing the game last night, but maybe it's my new pants.
I mean, pants can make the world a difference. I mean, some pants make my ass look flat, some make it look good. I mean,
like, I don't know if you guys have the stream pulled up, but, like, that is a noticeable bulge.
Huh?
On my character in the game. He looks like he's stuffing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I'm back. Alright, so...
Like, in this general vicinity right here, I think he's compensating.
I don't think he's compensating enough.
I gotta know what that
I
means.
I have problems with things being noticeable in my pants, but it never looks quite that brown.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm not gonna touch this. I just want everybody to know that I just got a nat 20 on this, so fireball is happening. Can we yeet somebody out of here with a fireball? Can we make this happen? I got a nat 20 here.
Sure, we can yeet someone.
Not me.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that message? I can't hear you. Avocado yeet.
The gross, just attest abuse of your authority has gone unnoticed.
It's because I'm cute.
Can we just discuss the fact that our newest member, who's already in voice chat, Hi Killer Johnny, and has already quite easily figured out our server, because I definitely saw a whole eye full of peeing earlier.
Hang on, I gotta hype him up. Nice dick. These are all emotes, by the way. Sus.
That's not Nika.
Nut. And
Hello, Deadpool.
dribble.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go back on Tinder now.
For fucking Unicorn to come in here and talk to these bad guys about stop trying to kill me.
Here, I can practice.
I mean, do the bad guys ever respect your need for consent?
No, but no.
Just saying.
Just say, it's my right as a person to say no. Stop it.
How is my giant shotgun not phasing?
Really should drink more water.
Because your giant shotgun has overcompensated too much, and has lost its effect.
Clearly. What's up, Deadpool?
What?
Those of you tuning in tonight, we have the Discord live chat once again. And
You're also gonna have me screaming at people on a whole separate game, just so you know.
So it's gonna make.
Or not.
So basically, what you're saying is it's gonna make literally 0 sense tonight. Awesome. I am.
Oh man, I'm gonna insult so many people as a noob to squad. I'm gonna be like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I've been playing this game for 5 minutes and I figured it out. Like, I am gonna insult the shit out of people.
I still fully intend to play. Probably not tonight, but I do have plans to play Phantasma, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna try.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia with y'all. I just.
I will be streaming that tonight as well on my Twitch. If anybody wants to watch me scream the shit out of myself, just completely scare the shit out of myself.
I want to stream it with y'all and play. The only problem is I worked out a little too hard today and I've had a headache that will not go away.
What kind of workout? Like a actual workout or a?
No, like actually, like since I've gotten back from Key West, I did the juice cleanse. I started working out again, taking some diuretics, etc. I have dropped 16.5 pounds now.
Fabulous.
So, but I just kind of overdid it today, and I've had a headache since, and I have a feeling if I put on VR shit, it's not gonna play nice.
Oh hey, this guy's only 2 miles away. Perfect. Sorry, I'm on Tinder.
I didn't know where it was.
Trying to get that dick.
That's not my.
I'm trying to be a hoe, okay?
I'm sorry, but I believe Tinder is not made for everybody.
It's made for people with tits.
I mean, Kat, to be
Been on that damn
fair,
thing for
do you
years.
even
I had
have
a
to
single
really
match.
try? Do you even have to really try?
I mean, I swiped so hard for all 753 matches I have. You know, it takes so much effort to swipe left.
You know, anytime you said the word "no" anymore, all I think of is 40-year-old virgin when they are when he's getting called out by the guy's wife for going to the fucking thing. He's like, "Ho for show."
Ho for show.
And Steve Carell's like, "Yeah, she was a hoe. Faux show."
Hi, Ninja.
Hi, Ninja. Jay-Z Womack, to access the Discord, stlbells.com/link right there at the top of the window. And there is a link to the Discord. If that does not function, one of my lovely, awesome moderator team here in the chat with us will assist you.
It's literally just me tonight.
That's you're one of the team.
I know, but like,
you matter.
hang on, did someone...
You have masks, so therefore you matter.
Thank you. It's a Bones McGee.
So many. Okay, not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
This new fucking whatever rare elite whatever the fuck this thing is gun that I got last night before I stopped playing might be making me just a little hard. Like I finally have something that actually functions. It's kind of nice. I don't feel like I'm just constantly running away.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Wait. But like, isn't running away half the fun? Like, there's a chase. There's like a, you know.
Okay, now you know I'm a primal dom. The fun for me is doing the chasing, not to be the one running away. That's not how this works.
Hey, switch roles. You know.
I am not a switch. There is not a switchy.
Look, I'm just saying I don't retreat. I tactically withdraw.
You think you run away with style, man.
Little Wolf is asking for Alice.
Look, I don't give a fuck how long you've played this game, sir. You've not commanded my respect yet, okay? I'm gonna need you to go from a 10 to a 2, and I'm gonna need you to stop screaming in the mic, sir. Please hold for an associate.
I'm gonna hide behind the pineapple.
I'm assuming that was not directed towards me, and it's towards the other stream he is playing. Right.
Sir, I'm gonna have to, sir, the light.
There.
I really feel sorry for him. He's gonna come to the stream, and they're gonna be like, what in the fuck is happening? Thank you for the subscription, Billy King, 5 months in a row. You like me. You really like the fucking bird. Sorry.
Random.
Fucking bird.
Oh, someone says pineapple in the chat. Nice. If you can see me on Discord, you should, or maybe, I don't know. I have a literal giant pineapple squishmallow, so.
I forgot what fucking TikTok I saw the other day that they said something was the perfect safe word because of something, and I was dying laughing, and now the life I can't think of
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
safe word
can't
is
think of it
kumquat.
either.
It was so funny at the time, and now I'm like, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad because
Oh, did he leave? I was gonna unmute him.
no.
Being loud. Come back and
Damn it, I think even under rack, I'm not supposed to die during play. Stop it.
oh, he's pouting somewhere else. Okay.
I found out my buddy and his girl's safe word is 10mm wrench.
What was that fucking safe
Pineapple? No, it wasn't pineapple. It was something like completely random that makes people go, "What the fuck?" Kumquat?
word? No,
No,
it was
it wasn't
something
Oh,
that
God.
because I forgot what it was funny, but it was really good. Like it
Mine
wasn't-
is Mother Teresa.
Good one. Funny.
I'm so a firm
Of
believer
course.
that, like, I know I keep telling people what works for them, but I still think
10mm
the way
nugget.
the safe word is yellow and red.
Yeah. I mean, like, of course, the daughter of a priest actually has that as a safe word. Just like, oh, that smacked too hard. Mother Teresa!
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, finally. Thank
Oh,
God.
it's the Johnny dude. We can finally hear him.
Yeah, how's it going? Is everything okay?
Wait, you're British?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm sure I said that last night.
I don't pay attention.
Alright, fair enough.
I mean, that's obvious, Kat. What's obvious?
Yeah. Well, I hope your friends come back safe from the protest.
Phenomena. That's copyrighted.
I used to have an ex-girlfriend that swore that song they were saying phenomenon. I'm like, no.
No.
Saying phenomenon.
Oh, wait,
Phenomena.
one that's not
Wait,
copyrighted.
is it not phenomenon?
No, it's literally just phenomena.
One that's
What?
not copyrighted.
My whole life I thought that song is actually called Phenomenon.
No.
Ruffle now.
No. That was multiple commercials they did, and a TV spot.
Yeah, because was it not in the film Phenomenon with like John Travolta?
No. If it was,
Phenomena.
I definitely missed something.
It's a Muppet song, my guy. Muppets. You know, the little puppets?
All
with
I
an
have
M?
to say to that,
I know about Kermit and the Gang, of course.
Okay.
I'm British, not like living in a
I know.
cave. Jeez.
Are you sure?
I know all too well. Ask like half of the chat. I'm a nerd to the
Okay.
highest extent.
I literally have two modes. It's either I'm bitchy or I'm flirty, and there is no in between.
okay, here's the
Well, there
thing,
can
guys.
be an in-between cat. It's the I'm not interested.
Yeah, but you see, I tried that on Tiny Pee Man, and it didn't work.
It worked on me.
It was Uni,
May
and
I
you're
please
welcome.
get a word in edgewise?
Hmm?
I've been trying for like the last 5 minutes to get a word in edgewise here.
Please speak.
Oh, sorry.
Raffle mouth.
Let me
Oh, God.
Nobody knows what that is. Look it up. It's hilarious.
That's something. I love that somebody in the fucking Twitch chat as I'm shooting these people are just like, die, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
We
Welcome
are
to our
the
normal
people in
chat. We're
Discord.
weird. We're the
Little
weirdos of the Discord. This is normal talk for us.
Okay, so
Yep.
Jaisley's having some issues joining the Discord.
Okay. So did you? Okay. Let me see if they joined. I need to scroll all the way up.
Oh, Mrs.
Okay.
Fate, you gifted that sub to Billy King, so thank you for that. Appreciate
They
it.
did. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the Chastity server and verify that you are 18 plus because this is an 18 plus only server. Sorry, this is my customer service voice. And after you verify with after you verify with Chastity, you're free to explore our server and have lots of fun. So if you will go to, where is it? I haven't verified in a very long time, if you couldn't tell. It's at the top of the server. If you go to
hashtag verify.
Yep, if you go to verify, do.verify, it should take you to a link. Click here, click there, and you will get the link to go to Chastity and verify. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
This has been your customer service announcement from Kat.
Terms and conditions apply.
See server for details.
Oh,
I can't.
I'm loving this video.
Yeah, thanks for the hype before, by the way. Yeah.
Me? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey man, I gotta support my left-leaning brothers just like me. Mine goes to the left too.
Mine goes to the right.
Yeah, like I honestly used to think that it was strange.
Mine doesn't pick a direction. It just yells gutter.
Are you right-handed?
No, I'm
Yeah,
left.
yeah, I am. Yeah.
Left.
I'm ambidextrous, so where does that put me?
Well, you don't have a penis that I know of, so.
Well, I mean, I do have one I play with.
Alrighty.
Y'all have met Nikon, so I mean.
Hoomst.
Is Nikon at work, by the way?
Nikon will be off in about an hour.
It takes him that long?
Sometimes it can take 4 or 5.
Ow. Your poor vagina.
Lots and lots of lube.
All right. Y'all can maybe choke on my water.
You're only choking on water as a spike in the truck?
Oh shit! Shut up, Bumboy.
Okay. Chastity logs.
Gonna go give this guy a head. Not some head, a head.
My child, please go to sleep. Crying does not change anything.
Okay, I was wondering if that was your, somebody else's child or mine, because I had the baby monitor right here. I had the baby monitor right here.
Yeah, my child is right in the other room, screaming her head off because I turned off her show for bed.
Ah, fair.
Yeah.
Ooh, this guy's codpiece is a fucking head. That's kind of nifty. Alright.
Yeah, because I can still hear my 1-year-old, squirming around in his crib. I'm sure the 6-year-old's out like a light already, because the second you lay him down, sing him Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and tuck him in and everything, tell him goodnight, he's asleep.
Mine is 3, so.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. Well, the 1-year-old, I can hear him shuffling around, but he's just gonna tire himself out and go to sleep here.
That's what she's gonna eventually do. We're gonna have to hear the crying until she.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh, the really fun thing, though, is when the 6-year-old gets up at 4 a.m. and then it comes crawling into our room and wakes up his 1-year-old brother.
That seems not fun.
No.
I like practicing, not making. Oh, come on, that was funny.
I mean...
That was a little funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, fair, you know.
I mean, honestly...
But be careful while practicing. My first one was a practice whoops.
Oof.
Okay. My one was...
I am going to become a nun.
I highly doubt that.
There, Kat.
You're in the wrong community for that one, sweetheart.
No, she's not. Nuns are hot.
I mean, if it's only for Halloween, like the Halloween purpose ones, okay?
Uni, my love. I know you want to bang me, but damn.
Dude, I want to bang a nun, period. It don't matter who the fuck the nun is. I just want to bang a nun.
Come here, sweet pea.
This is going downhill very fast.
It went from an even slope to just straight cliff. Like that.
I mean, does this server ever technically go up?
Drive into the river, Bob.
I redeemed a hydrate thing, and he didn't even do anything. I'm like watching.
I'm sorry. Hold on. There you go.
I got like 5,000 of these things. I've never used one of them.
Your name's Constance. Yes.
I've got 6.9K.
I got 1.8K.
Can you go to bed now? You got to say hi to all the people on Twitch. Can you go to bed now?
Hey, Billy King, I'm so serious. You want to cosplay as a nun? Yes, we can definitely talk later.
Hi, for one.
Go back on.
I don't know.
I got a thing for nuns. I mean, like a sexy nun, not like a like the old nuns that are creeping around with like wooden sticks ready to beat people up when you curse. Like maybe the young hot nun, yeah.
Hang on, where's my rosary?
Oh God, you actually still have. Fuck.
BRB.
Ugh. I left the Catholic Church and burned mine. Nothing against Catholics, but like my upbringing was not bueno.
Okay, so that's not like, I think that's a massive thing over in America, isn't it? Like being raised into religion, like going to church on Sunday and stuff like that. Like over here.
Yeah, I was raised in the Catholic community, and then I ended up this way.
The power of Christ compels you.
Literally, I went to.
My answer.
Over here in the UK, it's very different. Like nobody gives a shit.
My
like
Greek
honestly,
pagan ass says no.
I'm pagan, so I mean.
My Greek pagan ass says no.
Somebody just redeemed sing mode. Chaos.
Oh joy, I get to sing everything like a fucking moron. This is great. Oh, I love it. Just gonna sing everything until I get bored of it.
So do we all have to sing everything or just you?
You know what? I think it only fair if you guys are gonna be in here that you have to do it too, cause it's only fair.
No. Say hi to all the people on Twitch.
hell no.
No.
Wait, should we not do it like a barbershop? Like, hello.
Do you want to go back in the bedroom?
There you go.
Yeah, I do.
To your leader, Earthling.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, you don't want to see them anyway.
Oh, crap.
I never know how long I'm supposed to extend sing mode for, so I just roll for it with a little bit. Oh,
Redeem
all right, word ban.
our word ban. Fuck.
You just said it. If you
Well,
say
fuck.
That's a self
I
thing.
was like reading it out, so I mean, I would consider that fair use.
Man, you just closed half my vocabulary off.
if you
I
say
was gonna say yeah.
if you say the banned word, I serve and mute you. And it's
That-
last man
You know what?
standing.
You know what?
Last man
You know what?
standing.
You know what, Kat? You know what? Fudge you.
Discord is really starting to get on my nerves. You need to just go ahead and update it.
I will just seduct. Nah, not even.
Really?
I'm just gonna drink my
I'm
water.
having a great fudging time.
I mean, I worked in healthcare. I was a CNA. I'm used to censoring my language.
I work with children.
I don't censor jack shit for anybody.
I'm about to say I'm a landscaper. I cuss on a daily basis, on a minute basis.
I live on a truck, and I cuss people out when I'm not even the one driving the truck all the time.
Oh, I just realized we can see our little names on the stream whenever we speak.
Yes, you can.
Damn.
Yes,
Pops
that we
up there right in
can.
the corner.
I feel
That's
special.
so neat.
By the way, the word ban lasts for 10 minutes, just FYI.
How long has it
Crack
been?
me up.
Like 30 seconds.
Which word ban is that?
Damn hard.
We can't
It's
say
the F word.
the frick word.
Oh.
Fire truck.
Yeah, that.
Fire truck. Absolutely.
Fire
That
truck.
Oh, fire!
That means I can do
That's
my
why I just
second
resort to
favorite
alternative
spelling.
motives. Haha.
I'm just gonna say cunt.
It feels like the situation where there's wet paint and there's a sign that says wet paint, and I've just got to touch it just to find out.
I quite literally thought you said wet pain. I'm like, what is wet pain?
I mean,
Yeah.
pain.
Wet
Never mind,
paint.
I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, do I not speak proper English?
No, you do. It's just it's
Indeed.
between the accent and my headphones being around my throat versus up to my head. I was only catching bits and pieces. So I'm like, what is wet pain? I'm very confused.
Wait a minute. Did you just say trope?
My throat. Around my
A
throat.
throat. You know where the froggy lives that sometimes just doesn't want to speak in the morning?
You got it.
I
could make a joke, but I really don't want to.
If they've been
'Cause we're on a
verified from
stream.
Keep your
Discord.
Kermit to yourself there, Bones.
I'll be back in a second, guys.
Come on.
Well, why would I do that?
Somebody needs to know how to
How
know.
do I know?
Bones, I still want to burn your chair.
Okay, I need everyone be quiet real quick so I can answer a Discord question. Thank you. Customer service time. You know, if you've been verified on Discord, when Chastity sends you a message saying you've been verified, you should get something on that. Essentially, you should get some sort of message, and you can also type in .verify anytime in the verify here section to see if you have been verified. Thank you very much, and if you need any more assistance, please let me know.
No, I
Terms and conditions apply.
It's also in my customer service voice.
Chicken
Which
butt.
is very basic to mine. Usually they say right on there it can take up to 24 hours to verify. Because they are a human staff that does these.
Just like I am a human who does all this shit. Thank you very much.
Wish to
We know
God
you do,
Hey, you
Cat.
gotta quit
TikTok
talking
had
like
human
this.
staff.
And look, damn
I
fine.
know, right?
Oh, I found something interesting for all of you that have like sensory things.
Mm-hmm.
They make adult chewing necklaces on Amazon, and I found them, and they're actually adorable.
Who's the bastard who lowered their voice? That is the weakness.
What's wrong? I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
A little too much bass in the voice for you. I'm so incredibly sorry.
And there goes the waterworks.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, there goes the fall.
I quite literally used to have something that people could redeem in chat for ASMR, so I could bust out the kitty.
Yeah, I remember that.
Kitty. And then I got in trouble because I got too descriptive, so I had to stop.
Okay.
That to be a thing.
I'm gonna just mute for a little bit and recover.
Recover, quote
Aftercare
unquote.
needs aftercare.
Recover.
The aftercare needs
Just
aftercare.
because
What
I
recovery
know.
sounds like.
Just because I know.
When recovery sounds like what?
You heard me. I'm not repeating
No, I
myself,
didn't.
Jen.
You cut out actually. So.
Oh, sorry.
Bones, I stole your lady. Bye.
Heck nah.
Hail to the no. I don't want to match.
Hell no. To the no.
Crap.
Okay.
Hell no. To no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
I have
no,
not
no,
heard that
no. Hell no, no. To the no, no.
Oh God, here we go again.
So when are you gonna play Phasmophobia?
Is that Pentacorn?
No, it hasn't joined in
that's
yet.
Uni.
Oh, I didn't. I sorry, I didn't see. I just heard voice. Part of the problem with the 48-inch monitor is, yes, you guys do show up who's talking, but it's also in the top left of a giant monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, first world problems and all. I need the giant monitor so I can actually sit fucking doing it in the center of the monitor. Even if it's like, I'm blind ass. Stigmatism's a bitch.
You know, they do have doctors for that.
I have contacts, but like, my astigmatism
Banana?
is so... My astigmatism is so
Pineapple?
that they've literally given up on giving me the right prescription. But like, these are close enough.
I mean, to be fair, I don't trust the eye doctor in my area anymore because the last time I went in, he gave me bifocals with my prescription at the bottom of the lens instead of the top, and I'm too damn young for bifocals, and so I have to drive looking down my nose. It's not pleasant.
Like a hot Benjamin Franklin. Yo, baby, let me see your kite no key. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So how many times did you have to wash your beard to get all that glitter out of it from Christmas?
Oh, God. Actually, it was mostly out. The counter, on the other hand, took about 10 washes to get it out. I think our cleaning lady's still finding fucking glitter every once in a while. And then we had, like... we also had craft herpes everywhere. After New Year's, we had, like... pop things or whatever. And, like, I still am finding glitter from that now.
Mini glitter bombs
Yeah.
that pop. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't be as bad as me accidentally dumping
funny
a
TikTok.
whole, like, bottle of craft herpes on my 1-month-old baby on accident. My friend sent me these little, this nail art pen, and on the other end was a tube of craft herpes. And I went to pull it out of the package, and the craft herpes end came flying off and dumped all over my 1-month-old baby.
Chaos, somebody said, how is Alice doing, by the way?
She's doing just fine. She's, like I said, she's playing Cyberpunk right now. As per usual, actually. Ooh, I unlocked a mighty tank.
Did I
mod.
hear right the other day that there won't be any more Ray?
Yeah, and we would rather just not discuss that.
Okay, topic change. What's everyone's favorite color and why? Purple.
Camouflage.
That's not a color.
Yes, it is.
It's an amalgamation of purples, or not purples, greens. So he's kind of right. It is kind of a color. It's a color group.
Because of that explanation, I will accept
it's
it.
green.
Dear, you're breaking up.
It's browns and tans and blacks. I hate Discord.
Guys.
Ozerl blue?
Okay.
And mine is, well, I mean, you'll see it when my chair gets here. It's like my favorite color, like just all solid. No, I'm kidding. No, purples.
Hang on,
all
I'm reading
purples.
out chat. We got 2 blues in chat. 2 blues.
I was gonna say, yeah, we got 2 blues in chat.
Honestly, if I had to pick an all-time favorite color, it'd be blaze orange.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I gotta arrange all my
Khaki
pictures
for
and
me.
notes. Khaki?
I still say camouflage is a color.
Khaki's
sure
a color.
Khaki's like green, isn't it?
Mine is yellow.
Khaki is an amalgamation of a certain color group.
See, it's still a color.
It's a what of what?
It's an amalgamation of a certain color group.
Are y'all in the Twitch chat?
Ninja like
Amalgamation.
Yes, it means a
Amalgamation.
It means a random assortment of parts and pieces of a whole.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Sorry,
How am I getting English lessons off Americans? That's crazy.
I've read the dictionary twice. Okay. Out of sheer boredom. That's what happens when you grow up in the country and still don't have anything to do.
Ooh.
Well,
I mean, I'd rather go get muddy than read a dictionary.
By the way, voice chat, did y'all see the duet Alice did with me where we did llamas with hats?
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Call.
Call that kills people.
That.
It's just a meat dragon.
And honestly, the first time my mom bet me $50 that I couldn't do it, so I had to prove her wrong. So I got $50 and a T-shirt.
You got 50 quid for reading a dictionary.
Yes.
That's crazy.
My mom was that desperate to keep me busy.
Nah, I'd have done it. I don't blame you. For 50 quid, like.
I bet.
And then the second time was out of boredom. I've also read the Bible front to back.
You must have been really bored.
Oh, you're back.
It must have been a very different story.
Boy.
Going.
Crap.
Yeah.
What have we been doing in this mission? Like, I didn't think this is the mission I was taking, but...
Is it going to work? I give up on Discord camera. I just give up on it completely, 100%. It never wants to work for me.
Yeah, my phone's overheating, so I'm gonna have to turn my camera off.
Mine's fine for right now.
I got my crystals in. I'm happy.
But to say the only people I see on here that has their cameras on is Anaya, Kat, Catherine, and AJ.
Well, I would have my camera. My camera's currently being used for stream. Otherwise, mine would be.
Yeah, I know these. I know.
Like, likely fucking excuse, fucking asshole.
This guy just has to have a server that we all enjoy and like fucking like. Oh, I can't stand him.
Honestly, I wouldn't say anything of that nature because I look up to you more than I look up to a lot of people.
Well, I appreciate that.
Aww.
I'm not that tall though, so you don't have to look up that far. It's okay.
How tall are you?
I am 5'10".
Question. Oh.
That was
I'm 6'4".
Just taller than me.
Technically, you're looking down.
I'm 5'9", so.
I wasn't supposed to get about 5'5" though, so like the fact I eked out 5'10", I am.
I still square up. I'll be like, bruh.
I mean, they can stack shit that high.
I mean, Kat, considering all your bodacious curls or curves, you know, I mean, it's kind of hard for you to square up.
Where? Oh yeah.
Square up.
Oh, wow.
Bodacious curves.
One of us. One of us.
When I was in high school, I had a buddy of mine that was really short, and everyone would be like, square up, and he could literally just put his arms and make a perfect square out of his upper torso because of how ripped he was, but very short.
Yep.
I made friends
It was
with
quite
a football
interesting.
player, and
Kat.
goddamn man could eat me.
Kat.
By what? Is that bacon? You baking me
it's
crazy?
A notebook. It says you're making me crazy.
I love it. I was eaten by a football player once. It was sexy.
It was sexy. Cool story.
I gotta buckle down and
It's
write
true.
I knew this guy once. He was hot. The end.
I actually miss bull riding now.
Oh.
Good night.
I'm not gonna make any comments because I know you all are expecting me to.
I don't hear my child screaming anymore.
Do it. Do it.
Do what?
Search your feelings.
Bacardi and
I have no feelings. There's only hatred in my heart.
Hydrate!
I can tell a visible difference in the amount of people engaged in this thing until you guys are here. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Some people
Aww. Glad to be here.
You gotta hydrate.
We're a giant family.
I'm talking to Chaos. He has to hydrate.
My eyelids are hydrating.
Catch tail out my face.
For the meth head gangbang, get off me.
I have.
Shit.
Oh god. Oh
Thank
Christ.
She's going back to her baby.
Why is Twitch taking so damn long to install?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Oh.
My ding ding dong.
Where?
Billy King played You Touch for 750 bits.
Yep, I heard it.
I don't know why, but my Twitch chat is not working.
You just told my kid to shut up. I did earlier. Go.
So we shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Night, night, guys.
Good night.
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 Good night.
I'm not saying night to me. Somebody in chat's going to bed.
Good night.
No. No. My person going into sleep. Nighty night.
Guys, it's the girl we
Sleep
helped.
tight. Don't let the bed bugs bug.
It's the girl we helped verify on Chastity through stream. She just joined. Now, so hun, if you wouldn't mind going to get your roles here, just so that way we know what you are and can call you the right things. Okay, words are hard.
What are you?
We know who you are and what you want. Stay in the line. We'll take your call.
I'm gonna server mute you all.
You are getting messed up, dude.
I'm gonna server mute you all. It's gonna be my show.
What are you doing, sir?
Okay, so I keep seeing this like rising trend on TikTok about like Americans asking British people questions about like certain stuff or what have you. But yeah, basically, do you guys have any unanswered questions about the British culture?
Considering my
She
best
wants Americans to send her stuff.
2 of my exes are British, so.
Considering my best friend is Scottish.
I wouldn't be surprised if they joined a circus, honestly.
Honestly, I'm just 100% redneck.
Your channel on
I'm
Facebook is BC, and my best friend is Scottish. I think I'm good.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Right, so okay, so I've got a question for you guys.
What's your question?
Now, I don't know this to be definitely true, but right, do you guys not have a kettle?
I have a kettle.
So
I was gonna say,
teapot?
No, they're
Yeah, a teapot.
electric kettle or teapots and stuff. Yes, we have them. A lot of American homes do not have them, and as a hack, a lot of people just warm up water in their coffee makers. It tends to work a lot better because our electric kettles are a lot less efficient than those overseas.
Yeah.
Especially more than a brown Betty. Yes.
That's crazy. So, right, okay, so do you guys generally, on a day-to-day, do you, like, I don't know you personally, obviously you might not drink hot drinks or whatever, but do you drink tea over there?
A vast majority of people drink coffee instead of tea. However, coffee has been making a very large upswing here in the United States in the last 4 or 5 years. So it's kind of a toss-up right now if it's tea or coffee, but it's still coffee is the norm, especially at breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I'm about to say, if I need anything hot, it's mostly hot chocolate.
Seems to be anthropological notes from a
I don't drink coffee.
I
Yeah, I
drink
don't
cold
either.
coffee. I don't drink hot coffee.
What did she find? She was documenting what happened from the day they met the
Is he
neighbors.
glitched into the wall?
And well, I haven't had any I haven't had any tonight, but I normally drink sleepy time tea before I go to bed.
Oh well, nope, no tea in this country. We left it in the harbor.
Wow.
Boston Tea Party, bitches.
For like colds and stuff, I drink a herbal blend. And then for sleeping, I drink a lavender chamomile blend. And then for waking up, I normally have black tea with a peppermint tea kind of combo.
Nah, see, that's all like herbal and flavored teas. Have you ever had just like a proper cup of tea?
Yes, I have, and I actually do enjoy it.
You're not dying anymore, Chaos.
I'm sorry.
You're not dying anymore.
I know. I'm sorry. What was the? Oh, it's supposed to
Hydrate.
Hydrate.
But yeah, my favorite things to use when making a proper cup of tea is to use my kitty cat diffusers that sit on the edge of my cup. I've got a black one and I've got a white one. And they're adorable.
We have what is ours?
I found some pages written by Monroy, these people's leader. He led the raiding party into this cave, believing it was the Pharaoh's base, that he could root them out.
Maybe they were trying to help August's people. Tiago, does August know anything?
It's rain tomorrow, and we just got a newbie for today, so I have a bad feeling about tomorrow. I have a very bad feeling about it.
Deep breaths. Put out positive vibes. It'll help.
It's mostly the weather.
I mean, I could grab my sugar skull of luck and you could kiss it.
Hello.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Dressage.
Dressabelle or dressage. I don't know how to. I never pronounce her shit right. Dressage bell.
Dressage bell?
Dressage
I
bell.
think.
Rock the bell, jingle bell. What?
Okay, so
You realize everyone on Twitch can hear you. Okay. I'm just telling you.
So
Teenager
over in the States, right? Do you? Because over here we don't get supersized meals. So obviously we've still got McDonald's, Burger King, and all that. Right, and the biggest we can go to is like a large. Yeah.
McDonald's now here too. They got rid of the supersize.
Yeah, they got rid of the supersize.
Yeah, way back in
Portions are
like
still quite large.
early 2000s.
Yeah, but the fries are like, okay, you order a large fry and it's actually a medium.
Yes.
You order
Yeah,
a medium,
so-
it's actually a small.
Yeah, so like over here, like a large drink is like 500 milliliters, which is about an average, like, say a bottle of Coke. But like for you guys, a large drink's like nearly a liter, isn't it?
It's
actually over a liter. A large drink for us is over a liter.
It's actually 24, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 24 ounces for a large, 16 for a medium,
20
and then
medium
about
and 16 is small. Isn't it?
then you have the kid. No, because the kid sizes are normally not the smalls.
Wait, do you measure drinks in fluid ounces?
Yes.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, America's
That's
weird.
crazy. We do it in liters, milliliters and stuff. I don't even know how to convert that.
As a
I normally
Canadian
just
that
have-
moved to America,
I believe it's like
difficult.
100 milliliters in a liter.
I mean, for medical stuff, I use like kilos and liters and stuff. But for everyday life, I use ounces, inches, feet.
We're backwards, I know.
We're the only country in the entire world that has not moved over to the metric system.
I know, right? Like,
We're backwards.
what's so good about the imperial system?
Everybody's used to it.
It's fucking confusing. Like,
I mean, you know, you
oh
can't...
wait, I said the F word. Oh no.
No, we're good. It's passed.
All right, cool.
Like, I understand this is confusing because then we can't follow the rule of Decicenti Milli.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be up at the ass crack of dawn as usual, so that means I'm going to bed. But I love you all. Like I love you all. So if you need anything, message me, etc., blah blah blah. I give you all the smooches. Mwah. Twitch
Good
chat even
night.
gets smooches. Mwah. Good night.
Thanks for hanging out.
Of course.
Good night.
Hello.
I think it's getting ready to be time for me to listen to some Five Finger Death Punch.
What?
Didn't you be waiting in the camp for my signal?
What time is it over there now then?
It's only 9:28.
It depends on the time zone.
It's 10:28 where I'm at.
In
10:28 here.
In Eastern time zone, it is 10:28. In Central, it is 9:28. In Mountain, it is 8:28, and then in Pacific, it is 7:28.
This has been your hourly time briefing.
That's crazy how you just did that off the top of your head. Like, you are super smart. You've read the dictionary twice. You know the time zones of the universe. That's crazy. So over here, it's 3:28 in the morning.
GMT, right?
Yeah. So no, actually, at the moment we're BST, which is British summertime. So it's like an hour ahead of what GMT is. So yeah, time's a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, technically, if you fly over to Guam, you're like traveling into the future, depending on which way you go.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you guys talking to me, it's 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, you're talking to the future, I guess.
So is there anything you'd like to ask us in the future?
Wait, is there another Brit? Is there another
Yes.
Brit?
Yes, there was more than one Brit.
Oh, countrymen.
There are actually a few Brits on the server. I know of one Scotsman that is still on the server, but he's not really active all that much. But then again, he just moved.
Brits are everywhere.
I don't know. There's a British Scottish hatred, like friendly hatred.
I don't know. I've been screamed at a few times for calling my friend British.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't tell the Scots that they're British. That's not good. Nobody likes.
Don't do it with the Irish as well.
Yeah. It doesn't go well with the Irish either. But it's like if you go to any country that was colonized by Britain and call them British, they're probably not going to be too happy. You know what I mean?
Nope. Especially Northern Ireland.
That'd be like calling an Australian British.
The Australians are not British. That's just where we tend to send all our prisoners.
Yeah, exactly.
When I learned that, I was shocked about that.
Yeah, literally, it was just a cesspool, and we decided to throw all of our like bad, shitty people away, and just go, there you go, you can have your own island.
And then I laugh because I have cousins in Australia.
I mean, we've all got family somewhere, haven't we? Well,
I have no idea where half of my dad's family is. They're like spread across the entire U.S. and there's like 8 kids in my dad's family. So like all of them have had like 2 or 3 kids plus all the grandkids, and good luck keeping up with it.
it's funny how small a world can become when you know people, isn't it?
See, most of my family's local, and anymore is now dead, so there's not really much. big boy. Oh God! Ow!
I don't know most of my dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family. I grew up in a town where literally I was related to everybody. So good luck dating in that cesspit.
Wow.
Was that like a poly family in like Iowa or something?
No.
No.
Small town Minnesota.
Sorry, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on polyamorous families.
Yeah, they're normally like a lot of not polyamorous, but polygamous families are like in Utah. There's
polygamous. Sorry. Yeah.
Very big difference.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I got the words mixed up. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of Utah, like you were saying. I was watching a few clips on this guy, Me and My 5 Wives, who was part of religious.
Oh yeah, well, I know that one.
Thing. Yeah. So he was part of the religion, and then he was basically told that he had to leave, and he was like, yeah, I'm okay with that, because he like abdicated from the religion as well.
Oh, and I know the inside scoop on the Mormons because my mother-in-law is a former Mormon.
Did she saw her special magic underwear?
No.
What's the scoop?
Basically they actually believe that their special magic underwear will get them to their own planet.
Yep.
And a bunch of other like stuff like that, and like
Jesus Christ lives in Missouri.
Yep.
Essentially, there were a load of nutcases.
Yeah.
You know there are people who actually believe in the flying spaghetti monster, right?
Yes.
It's actually a religion.
I just like the fact that that's an actual
But the biggest thing with the Mormons is there are a few different sects of Mormons. Like the Latter-day Saints, a lot of them marry their cousins, which has caused a lot of genetic problems because they're interbreeding with each other and not diversifying their bloodlines.
Yeah, it keeps the gene pool too small, doesn't it? And can mess with the chromosomes.
Yeah, and a lot of it is because they believe that they need to keep their bloodline pure because they are descendants from Christ and stuff. So.
Makes me glad to be a Norseman.
I'm Greek pagan, so I mean,
I think the craziest thing that most people believe is that Jesus is white.
But
how crazy is that?
I mean,
yeah, obviously, like he was born in Jerusalem. That's crazy. If
he'd a lot more sense because they think that again he was born. The Garden of Eden was in Missouri, so their shit at least makes sense that way.
You wouldn't believe how many people don't know that Egypt is in Africa.
Dun.
There's also people who think that Europe is its own country.
Europe is a continent, not a country.
Yeah,
I know. I don't know how people mix it up.
They just think that it's
But it's the same thing as Africa.
Okay, I've got a joke, but I don't know if it'd be tasteful or not.
It would be to me.
So a lot of people didn't think that Jesus was a Jew, but he is Israeli.
What the hell?
Bad joke for the win.
That's quite to the point.
I mean, that's not technically inaccurate.
Don't worry, I don't think you've crossed any.
Yes, but no.
No, it didn't. I don't think it crossed any lines there.
That's good.
Uh-oh, sad dramatic music. Shit, did I just finish the game? Uh-oh.
Yes, you did.
This looks pretty fucking cool. I can't believe this is the end. If this is the end, I'll be like, wow.
I highly doubt it's the end, but it's probably like a climax within the game because they found that in books and media and movies, like a lot of the times they need to have like certain middle climaxes in order to keep the viewer interest going up.
Oh god, August went fucking feral.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to leave the voice chat anyway to charge my phone and stuff. I might be back on a bit later, but I will be in the text chat if anybody, I don't know, wants to talk or whatever. But yeah, I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna watch you on stream anyway, so.
Good. Don't forget podcasts tomorrow, so that'll be all educational, cool stuff.
Hey, Beast, what time's the podcast?
7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Not a problem.
Yep, so
Yeah,
headphones for me.
cool. I'll try and jump on that as well. All right, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Bye.
Beat.
August's people weren't wiped out by savages.
They became savages.
Why
would they do He never was seen again.
Plot thickens.
Earn more on Primal.
I mean, the plot is like gravy; it should thicken.
Yes, only at this point, it is some very thick gravy.
Outrider, we're burying August's body.
I mean, I like my gravy a little bit on the thick side. Stick to
This
my
is so
ribs.
thick that this gravy's so thick, you can put a spoon in it, put the whole thing upside down, and the spoon would effing stay there.
Oh, so you mean like a Dairy Queen Blizzard?
Seems he discovered the same thing we did.
Here in St. Louis, that's a tattooed blizzard.
Does he say why?
Or it's a concrete. They flip it upside down for you. Like, look, it won't go out.
He and his men stayed here for some other keys.
I mean, I live in Wisconsin, so it's like dairy everywhere.
Yeah, sure. Don't you know?
Oh yeah, you betcha.
That's Minnesotan, mate.
Oh, I know. I'm from Minnesota.
I know you are.
Sorry.
I is originally from the Brainerd area, which.
Thank you.
Ugh.
I'm believing that my level is max. I think yes, level 30 apparently is all I can do because it will not give me any more levels. So that's kind of cool.
I think my son's tablet just autonomously turned on. Because I'm suddenly hearing.
Nice. There is spirit in the house?
Well, I mean,
the entire house.
His Power Rangers Beast Morpher tends to go off on its own, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Burn it down quick.
Some of those batteries just mysteriously go missing. Man, I don't know what happened to the batteries, bud. I'm sorry.
You know you should run when nights suddenly start going
all that other
missing.
fun stuff, Chaos.
Oh, if it's any spirit, it's his great grandma. Because she just likes to sit around and have fun with the kids. No, I've actually heard her on the microphone and our baby monitors, like talking to the boys when they should be asleep. And her singing to them and everything, and like, yeah. And we've caught orbs on camera too, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun in this house.
I mean, for the last 7 years, my son that me and his mom lost came to visit me, and now all of a sudden he just stopped coming to visit.
I mean, they do move on even in the afterlife.
Yeah, well, it was just a comfort knowing he was around.
See, I've just never had those kind of
Oh! Okay. For some reason, Wildcrats was playing on his computer.
Oh my.
And the thing is, the computer's locked.
So somehow it started playing on its own.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Not concerning at all.
Okay, just set it to games. The monitor was completely off. It was locked. Do not understand.
Ooh.
Batteries are being used a lot for what there, Killer Johnny? Just curious.
For all the things.
If I get you a magic wand, plug in the wall, I never have to worry about batteries.
Or, you know, you could just get rechargeables.
Yeah, but nothing quite hits like a magic wand. Let's be honest.
I have a few.
I mean, some people just don't like them, but most people, in my experience,
Don't like what?
Wands.
Wands and toy.
Hmm.
Clarify that it's not Harry Potter magic wand, that is.
No, we're not.
Some might not.
I mean, you could use a magic wand as a toy, but it...
Kind of slim though.
What about the TV remote wand? Will that work?
No.
I don't know if you can turn on with that one.
I mean, it'd be cool if you could like program that to work with a remote control vibrator. I feel like
You can.
that.
You can. Anything that has an IR signal, you can do.
Ooh.
I think the good remote control vibrators are technically Bluetooth.
They are, but I've already I did a thing. So I have my phone has an IR sensor on it. And
So
my
you
phone
hooked it up to
Bluetooths
your
to
phone,
it.
and then
And then I waved the wand around. Yes.
That is awesome.
I was doing it as a joke just to see if it would work, and I thought it was funny.
Surprised nobody's invented like some real true like Harry Potter sex toys, a la horror.
I mean, I'm sure they have. I mean, you can find almost anything on Etsy.
Well, this is true. But if somebody could mass produce that shit, like stop making 50 Shades of Grey toys, just make some fucking Harry Potter themed sex toys, because there's so much crossover between the kink and nerd communities anyway that it just, you know, seems to make sense.
I mean, if you think about it,
you would think they would do it.
Dumbledore's wand.
Not the Elder Wand.
For you age players out there who like your age gaps, we have the Elder Wand.
Venus Maximus.
That's what she said.
No, that's a rectus.
Rip that fucker right off. I found it! Doesn't really work anymore, but I found it.
I mean, it's not like room requirement. Is anybody else's Twitch for Chaos lagging? Mine has been lagging all night, so.
I mean, I've got the quality on the video dropped.
It hasn't been lagging until now. That's why I was asking.
It might just be the amount of battles I just fucking went through.
Thank you.
Okay, so on Etsy, they have, it's called the Spellbound Wizard Wand.
Intrigue.
I will leave it at that. We'll say it's glass.
I'm wondering though, do they make a light?
Cut out there.
A lightsaber one?
Yes.
I have seen lightsaber dildos.
Okay, I just haven't seen them then.
There's a basilisk one from Harry Potter.
Oh, where's Tensporn?
They have the Harry Potter house flogger set.
Ooh.
I have seen those.
The
I
wooden
heard there was
magic
a,
wand and octopus. That's very interesting. Looks very uncomfortable, but
I heard there was like a Dobby vibrator once.
There's a fluffy fluffy toy, like the three-headed dog Cerberus fluffy toy. Not sure what you're gonna do with that, but
who doesn't want to get railed by Fluffy?
Fluffy's a good boy. Master Dobby gave a cop.
Dobby is a free.
Dobby and orgasm. Dobby is free.
Dobby, Master gave Dobby a whop.
Master gave Dobby a Glock. Dobby.
They have Weasley sweaters for your penis.
Dobby cannot hit it from behind.
Dude, what are you?
Dobby, a penis sweater. Dobby is free.
Oh god. Oh no.
Why of all things would you want a Weasley sweater around your dick though? Like that just seems to not make a lot of sense.
I mean... There are people with like a certain interest and want to be a part of the family.
Fair.
So there isn't as much as you would think on Etsy. They do, however, have an adult pacifier that is Harry Potter. But that's about it.
Master gave Dobby a cock.
Oh.
So there's an open marketplace. Okay. I think I found my niche.
Oh boy. Shall we send help?
Well, I've been thinking of doing FDA food safe resin work. So if it's food safe, it should be play safe.
Valid.
Therefore, making my own toys to sell on Etsy. That could be nerdy themed.
Awesome.
There's a market for it. I just can't wait till we launch our goddamn stuff, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised we didn't have a phone call for that tonight. I didn't see any email about it, so.
All that talk about tea had me go make a cuppa. Because damn it, I'm easily influenced.
Yeah.
Even though it's like 100 degrees in my house right now. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, I always think it's, I try to keep the house cold, partially because as soon as I get over to this part of the living room, like it gets fucking toasty because I'm sitting basically right next to the computer. Especially now that it's on the desk, I've figured out that it definitely gets warmer in this corner, and I'm sure the two giant fucking monitors also don't help, but
I mean, fair.
There's a fair amount of heat coming out of this corner, and it's just all cooking me. Just being irradiated slowly.
Hey, at least you didn't make the mistake of building your desk over the top of a heater vent.
This is true.
I did. Because I built my desk into the wall without realizing there was a heater vent underneath it. So now, during the winter, I fry.
Oof. I mean, you could buy a diffuser.
Killer Johnny said to check NSFW pics.
Yeah. I bet he did.
Oh God. Oh God.
Wow. Oh,
Excellent.
Okay.
Good.
I mean, that's one way to keep your house elves happy.
Yep. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
That kind of thing.
Dobie got game.
There's always a niche for somebody.
That is an assault rifle. That is a light machine gun, which I don't need.
I mean, Dobby was like, what, 200 years old? So obviously he was old enough to give consent.
Oh, yeah.
And Crutcher was like, what, 500? I don't remember the 5 minutes, but he was like fucking old.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they never actually said his age, but he was in the Black family service for 5 generations, so give or take 500.
So roughly 500 years?
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting the 500 from?
He could have been older than that, too, because he might have been in somebody else's service before the Blacks.
That's entirely true.
Oh.
He just motherfucker. Where the fuck? What in the holy fucking?
Because we've never really been told whether the house elves are born into servitude or if they go looking for it after they're old enough.
I'm pretty sure they're born into servitude.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's...
Unless they're Dobby's kids, but, you know.
Well, I mean, Dobby is free elf.
Dobby is free elf.
And Dobby never really had the chance to have kids because he was only free for like, what, maybe a year or two before he was slain?
That we know of. They were allowed to leave when their masters were asleep. How do you know him and Winky didn't get it on while they were at Hogwarts?
Winky was too deep in her butterbeer.
Exactly. That is my point.
Well, in that case, Wink was not able to consent.
Maybe she thought Dobby was hot after a couple of butterbeers. And she came on to him.
She was consistently drunk, therefore unable to give consent.
What if she woke up one morning after and was sober and was like, you know what, you've taken such good care of me.
She was a metaphorical alcoholic.
Well, she wouldn't wake up drunk though, would she?
Some people go to bed drunk and wake up drunk.
Yep.
A lot of alcohol, I couldn't do that. I don't like being drunk as it is. But that's just me personally, so, you know. I mean, but it's still technically a possibility that one time she was sober and thanked Dobby for taking care
Or
of her.
maybe she was sober enough to negotiate play while she was drunk. It's like, hey, I'm gonna get drunk. I'm negotiating now whilst I'm sober.
Okay, that's
There's
fair.
all kinds of possibilities.
Yeah, but I highly doubt it.
But you also remember, eventually the other house elves stopped letting her have butterbeer.
Yeah.
So I mean, she had to be sober at some point because they stopped giving it to her. I mean, unless she was like teleporting out of Hogwarts getting butterbeer from Hogsmeade, and then coming back and drinking in secret in a closet, she had to have been sober at some point.
Yeah,
I mean, and to be honest,
that's very true.
They're able to like just conjure things from other places, so she could have literally just stolen a bunch from Hogsmeade and hid it in some closet somewhere and drank it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're an addict, you don't let go easy.
No, you don't.
But, I mean, Dobby was a free house elf for quite some time at Hogwarts. He could have left and, you know, done the Winky with a different house elf.
Done the Winky with the Winky.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily with Winky, but with another house elf at some point somewhere. I mean...
But we're also going to put his Winky in there.
But we're also under the assumption that house elves aren't asexual and can't reproduce by themselves. Which is a whole nother ballgame.
Technically, I think the way that the house elves work is they have to be ordered to reproduce by their masters, therefore a free elf is basically a castrated elf.
Interesting. Learn a lot of stuff I never knew or didn't know.
But wouldn't the free elf be able to just do it himself? I mean, technically he would be his own master?
Technically, yes. However, I think that they don't even think of that and therefore have to be ordered to do it.
Yep.
Well,
because they're fairly innocent.
True, but we're talking about Dobby, who went and found socks of his own free will without being ordered to. Granted, they were mismatched socks, but he did go find them.
But at the same time, like, that was a very innocent action. We're talking about an NSFW action that basically does not cross a child's mind unless they are introduced to it. I think of, like, house elves as kind of like childlike minds.
Have you met Cretcher at all?
Yes, but he's also old and crotchety and has been exposed to a lot of shit.
Crotchety.
Dobby lived with the Malfoys.
How
you think he didn't see some
get?
shit?
I mean...
You know some weird shit went on at the Malfoy's house, I'm just saying. And you know Dobby was probably like, what's going on down there?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't think that, like, sex as a whole just occurs to house elves to actually just occur at random. They're kind of like an asexual, sort of innocent, childlike being.
Oh, we all know she's so homophobic and fucking transphobic and everything else. She probably never thought about it.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not to put too fine a point on it or anything, but, you know.
Yeah, only after the fact did she be like, oh yeah, by the way, Dumbledore was gay, but I never referenced at all to him being gay. Except for now, when you ask about it.
Except for now, when I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Now, when I turned out to be a bitch.
Backpedal, 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 backpedal.
I mean...
Yep.
And this is a woman that has a polyjuice potion that literally can transform you from male to female.
Yeah.
Or female to male.
So I have a weird question. If you drank polyjuice potion for like 6 months and were pregnant, but you were a male, and then you stopped drinking it, what would happen?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Would you still be pregnant?
Yes.
As a male?
Yes.
But how would you
It would be hidden. Like, because your body literally rearranges. It's basically kind of like a, it's kind of like an illusion. But your body rearranges and stuff, and everything is still technically there. It's just different size, shape, so on and so forth. you just don't look pregnant, and then you just kind of give birth once you have like 5 seconds of having an opening.
So it would be the literal definition of anal dwelling butt monkey?
I guess. I mean, I would think like your own magic within you after drinking the polyjuice potion would override the polyjuice potion at that point and allow things to happen.
So it would just form a vagina for the process of having the child until the...
I mean, that would be my theory, is like the birth process like literally causes your magic to go haywire, causing you to override everything.
See, my mind went in a whole nother direction. Is I think it would kill you. Because the baby has to go somewhere, and your body's going to rearrange back to its normal shape, so there's not enough space in the male body to do that.
I have more the thought it would kill the child. And also, by the way, Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger proved that point wrong. Thank you very much.
Really? How so?
I forgot what I'd have to watch the movie again, but that was the whole premise of the movie, that with the right amount of hormones and certain things that a man could carry a child. Now, mind you, it's a comedy, so how much actual science is in that is probably...
I mean, to be honest, there is a woman that carried a baby for 46 years. It was an ectopic pregnancy that formed outside of her womb, and she carried that baby around for 46 years. Had she actually went and gotten a cesarean, that baby would have survived. So you don't technically need a uterus in order to grow a baby.
Huh.
Because the placenta, as long as it is able to attach to a organ with sufficient blood flow to feed the placenta and feed the baby, will allow the baby to grow.
Yep.
Easy through.
I watch too many medical documentaries. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Killer asks, whose genetics would have you or the person that you turned into? That's a valid question.
I mean, that is a valid question, because that one I'm a little bit like, But technically, if you think about it, the baby was formed before you started taking the polyjuice potion. So therefore, the genetics would already be there. So... I don't know.
My brain went in so many directions. I mean, no, my thing is this. So, could you technically impregnate yourself?
I mean, in theory.
I mean, in theory, it's a lot of time not gonna happen, but intersex people can potentially get themselves pregnant if they have working organs on both sides. But it is highly unlikely.
But with the polyjuice potion, would it have 2 sets of DNA or just 1?
Probably just 1, because the 1 is just like magically altering, like it's not even altering your genetic makeup on a base level, it's just masking your genetics to look like something else.
Right.
So therefore, your genetics are still technically the same, it's just appearing to be something else.
So, with the wrong set of chromosomes, you technically couldn't get pregnant anyways. Is that right? Or am I thinking about that wrong? How did this turn into science class?
Life with me is a science class.
Woohoo! Weird science.
Yeah.
Charlie Gray, you have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. People are tuning in like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Oh shit. Almost had it.
I mean, I was that creepy 3-year-old child. You would sit in front of the TV watching an animal documentary and they'd be happy as a clam.
It snapped perfectly.
So,
Okay,
life for me is
I've
bland.
done a bit of research, and so far, what it seems is that house elves can procreate of their own accord, but for the most part, if they are an owned house elf, they still go by their master's wishes and procreate when they're told to. So,
Interesting.
take that as you will. Basically, what it is the house elf has the choice. They can either go do it on their own without their master's permission because it's a biological instinct, or they can follow their master's wishes and not do it.
Consider me intrigued.
I mean, think of it as if I told my dog that he wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom at all. He's still gonna do it.
True.
I mean, it's biological. He has to use the restroom. In order for house elves to continue, they have to procreate at some point. So they can make that choice to do it, no matter what anybody says to them.
Killer Johnny, have fun at work. Thanks for tuning in.
But they can also make the choice not to and serve their master's wishes at that point.
Right, now. Quest map. Gun Chapel. I'm really looking forward to the podcast with you all tomorrow too, and like, I think it'll be fun with what we've got planned. I think this is a good. I'm just pumped, basically. I think it's all gravy. I forgot that I changed that fucking code.
Are Wednesdays like your fun times, like funner than Fridays, or is it more, or is it different?
It's not really. Explore the Forgotten Chapel. It's not that one's more fun than the other. It's really, I mean, originally it was just kind of, we went with the flow and what people wanted to talk about. It's just now when we realized that, like, a few months in, we got to the point where where we were like, we were spending a lot of time just asking for topics or otherwise versus actually getting into like where we actually need to go with things. That's why we've now switched it up a little bit and said, all right, you know, we're going to have specific topics, and then growing upon that concept and talking to like the mods and stuff like that, that was what helped make the decision to move towards doing this now more specific, to even feed it back into the Discord afterwards. So it's kind of a new thought process to see if it's going to work doing it this way, but we are hopeful it will be.
It sounds like it should.
In theory, it should. I mean, that's the thing, is because I mean, again, with the loss of our TikTok platform, you know, and the 500K, we saw a dramatic decrease in our initial viewers for the podcast too, because people were waiting basically for us to go live on TikTok and they would see it and then they'd come in. And we haven't had that since. So we're hoping that we can start feeding stuff back and forth between the Discord and the Twitch to grow them both exponentially is the hope. Because we want growth. We want to educate people. We want growth. We want everything to be awesome. You know.
Yep.
But it's all growing pains. You know, it's all... We're not even a year into this. We're not even really 6 months into this at this point. So every little bit is
A learning
step.
curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
110%.
Well, and if you think about it, a lot of people realize that when people get banned, they create a new account. So if they were truly following in and everything, they should be looking for you.
Absolutely.
Me and my wife personally, when we saw your account was gone, came looking for you. So.
And I appreciate that. I wish more had, because if they had, our new accounts would have blown up right back away. We would have gotten all those people back. And the problem is, even since we've created the new ones, like, we've just been stuck in shadow ban. We've not had that opportunity to really have one video go viral on FYP again, because if we did, I think we would grow, you know, I think we would blow up overnight when people realized, oh shit, there they are, you know, that kind of thing. But
yeah, like I had to literally go searching for you guys because I was searching all day on FYP to see if I could just run across you guys, and there was nothing.
Well, and we should have grown the backup account sooner. We should have made one sooner, but I had this stupid concern that I'm like, oh fuck, if we make a backup account, then we'll get banned because we have 2 accounts, so I never did it. And then all of a sudden we got banned and I went, oh fuck. Now what the fuck do we do? You know, and it just kind of...
Yeah, it took me and the wife almost 2 weeks to find you again after that, because we were sitting there trying different combinations of your names and everything else, and then we finally found it, and we were like, we found it!
Oh, this is cool. I don't know when I got this. Vest of the Cannonball. Except it's kind of not great, so we'll just let that sit there for now. Fresh Mag and Human Fortress. Ooh. He looks badass. I don't know where I'm supposed to get the rest of this stuff from. Like, some of this shit makes... Some of the way they built this game out does not make sense. Like, that's the first thing I've ever seen for having a set bonus. And I would have to assume at least 3/4 of the way through the game at this point. Like, it's just... That and the way they did the... The way they did the... Like, the cash system is really weird, too. Like, if you're going to have the ability for people to buy shit, but then you make it so ungodly expensive that it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Some of it's a little wonky. It's all good. It's just... It's still a really good game, like, but I didn't realize I was already maxed out on level. Like, I didn't max out at 30, so that's one of those, which I kind of hate when games do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, if you've got these 2 tiers, you want people to explore, like, why would you not give them the option to keep leveling up? That just doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense to me. But maybe I'm cray-cray. Who knows?
I think that's the thing that Bungie actually got right with Destiny, though. The whole light system with the artifacts. So once you've hit max light, you can keep leveling up via experience.
See, but my problem was with Destiny was that, and mind you, this game is still kind of screwy with it's still kind of a Destiny-based damage system, right? But, like, I always wanted to try to give the Destiny versus stuff a chance and do the extra, you know, do the extra missions or whatever, and like get the extra credit for going into the Crucible and shit. And then I would go in there, and because I didn't have legendaries, even though my weapons would do a fair amount of damage, I would just get fucking slaughtered. So that was kind of my grand issue there, was like, okay, well, what the fuck? Like, this makes it damn near impossible. Whereas this game, like, now mind you, there's not a versus mode on this, but I've not seen that level of difficulty to deal with, which makes it a little easier. So
I've never been a big fan of PvP in Destiny anyway, so I never really did it.
I only did it because I thought that's how I was supposed to unlock shit, so I kept trying it, and I just kept getting more and more pissed because I'm like, this is stupid. I can't get anywhere. I can't do anything because this does not function. Or I would just go in and literally just get my ass handed to me, and I'm like, that. I mean, that's no fun, you know. Whereas if you go in and play Call of Duty, even if you can't modify your gun or whatever right away, like, you still have some kind of ability to stand your own.
Yeah.
We're so close. The signal's coming from just beyond.
And that's the biggest problem with Destiny, is they have a meta. If you don't have this certain kind of gun at this period in the game, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's that to me is a little silly, a little whatever. Like, it's
I'm gonna clear the way. It's time for some answers.
I think we're we might be at almost the end of this game. Oh fuck, I forgot I had that. Oops. That's all right. I forgot I had the historical thing. I could have turned that in for something nifty. Oh well.
All right, peeps. I've got to go because I've got some stuff I need to get done, and now that Nikon is home to help me, I can finally go get it done. So.
Well, thank you for hanging out. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. I might be on later. I might not.
I'll be on for a little bit yet, especially with me being this close to the end. It's kind of like, all right, let's tease this fucker.
All right, laters.
Later.
Did Monroy think the packs were causing the storm?
And then I'll be stuck with this game like I am with Cyberpunk, where I keep waiting for them to release DLC. So I'll have to go back to
Well, they have a lot of in-game stuff with Outriders too that you can do.
Yeah, but I've done. I mean, I've been making a point to do all of the side missions, like all the hunting, all the. So I've completed all the hunts. I've completed all the bounties. I'm pretty sure I've gotten to the point where there's. I don't think I've missed anything unless it's glitched. I mean, I'll find out here soon. Cause I know that last map I was on, I kept saying like there was a mission, but I know I did it. So I'm assuming that's where that fucking armor came from, because it just. I didn't pick anything, so it just gave it to me. I'm thinking.
Is it worth getting now? Is it worth getting it later when that drops?
Oh, the game. Well, I mean, the game's worth it now. I think. I've had a lot of fun playing this, and even Cyberpunk, man. Like, as much shit as people talk, I really. Even when I was playing on PS4 and it crashed on occasion, I was never like. So it never got to the point where I was so frustrated that it was unplayable. Like Fallout 76 when it came out was unfucking playable.
Yes, it was.
I never felt that way with Cyberpunk. Like, yeah, there was glitches. Yeah, some of it sucked. Yeah, it wasn't GTA with cybernetics like I think some people thought it was going to be. But it wasn't, like, the worst game launch ever, like some people made it seem.
Okay.
So this game's been pretty smooth, to be fair. But I think frankly, I think they probably delayed it. And I think we're going to see a lot more game delays now because of people being scared of what happened with Cyberpunk. Like, now all the devs are just freaking the fuck out, and they're like, well, let's not, you know, there's one thing we haven't fixed, let's just be careful, make sure that, you know, whatever. Versus, I've seen some shit releases back, and also, like, people need to understand, too, that they're like, oh, you know, games didn't used to have any problems. Like, yeah, but, like, Halo, you know, didn't have the amount of shit in it that these new games do.
No, it's. Do you think it's probably with the coding, or do you think it's just the program itself?
I think they cut a lot out to rush it out, which I get it. Like,
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is like, look at the Assassin's Creed games. They're glitchy, and hell, they're not usually modified for optimized for your graphics card until usually months later. So I mean, I feel like all game releases anymore have issues. And yes, they employ testers, and yes, they do all these things that are supposed to make it better, but like, there's only so much you can actually fucking do. Holy fucking
Without
shit.
having a full release.
Yeah, without just going like, alright, now we gotta drop it and see what bugs shake out.
I mean, it's like when Destiny came out, it was a good game, but they didn't realize the amount of people that were going to attempt to play that game on day one, and they just couldn't handle it. The game itself couldn't handle that amount of people.
That's honestly been my only complaint with Outriders. Is the first day or two when the server was just shit, that sucked.
Did they even beta test it?
Yeah, I mean, I played the beta.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had the
it
beta
was
out
free for everybody.
Yeah, and it was great. I mean, like, it was kind of cool too because again, you were able to go into the game with some of the first bullshit done, and got a fair amount of gameplay out of it. You were able to repeat missions and get like level your guy up real quick. Which, looking back, had I have employed that same tactic here, I probably would have gotten into some of these fights and not gotten my ass handed to me so bad. But they also have the world system, so I mean, like, now I'm playing at world level, world tier 10 without any issue. But along the way, I was able to drop the world tier when I needed to. Like, it's a pretty well-rounded release overall. But I'm just not that guy. I'm also not the guy that like thinks, oh, you can't restore the old Star Wars because that'll fucking ruin the integrity. It's like, no, fuck you, make the graphics better. Like, I am not that guy.
I mean,
here's my thing. Do I think they should remake Star Wars like the original? No, like, don't do that. That would be sacrilege. But if you want to go in and make the CGI better, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
The only problem I have with developers, like certain developers have a bad habit of this, especially like we saw with Anthem. They just gave up on it.
Yeah.
Anthem could have been a good game, but they gave up.
Well, I think that was also the concern with Cyberpunk, was that there was so much just people bitching and shit that the developers are going to go, you know what, fine, fuck you, and not even continue to support the game, which would have sucked. And I mean, who knows if they still, I mean, they're still releasing patches, but my only complaint about Cyberpunk, honestly, is like, if you look at it for what it is, it's a really good game. I mean, obviously, Alice, I've played it and beat it twice. Alice lost her entire game when we got our PS5, and she's gone back and started over, and she still plays it nightly if I'm gaming, like she's playing that. So it's obviously a good game if you judge it on the merits of what it is as it is. If you judge it based on the thought of what could have been, like where they could have gone with it, and if they hadn't cut a lot of the features of it, then it's like, yeah, that really sucks, because it was really supposed to be like a much more graphical version of GTA with cybernetics. Like, it was supposed to be super in depth. You were supposed to be able to buy houses. You were supposed to be able to run that city. And then
so it's supposed to be like free running, free world, open
and it
world.
still is, but you only get your houses if you complete certain missions and people give them to you. You can't buy them. Like, you don't. There was supposed to be a car customization thing in there. There's not that. There was supposed to be a lot more animations. There's not that. Like, it's just, they cut a lot. But then the question is, okay, did they, like, people are like, oh, they cut it because they wanted to rush it. Well, did they cut it because they wanted to rush it, or because literally it just couldn't fucking happen? Because there are the
Well, I
chances
mean, the
that-
car customization and stuff could have happened because there are people who have made mods for the game who put that in there.
Right.
So
I mean, there's
it
things they
could have
done,
happened.
it's
I
just,
mean,
like
and it
said,
still
it's just-
technically has. You have people that make mods for the game, so as long as you're on PC, that's the
right
the problem.
And then my other argument is too, and like, good, bad, or indifferent. But to be frank, I know that rather than Freddy, I know not everybody can just go out and buy a new game system. I know not everybody can get a PS5 or get a PS4 Pro, or I know the shortages and all that have made it worse. But which also, you know, to be fair, CD Projekt Red didn't know there was going to be a massive fucking shortage of all the bullshit. But I think that also the complaints of the people who are playing, you know, a first-gen PS4 that at that point had been out for how fucking long, and then they wonder why a next-gen game isn't doing shit on it or is having all these issues. It's like, I guess you just go into that expecting it. Now, if you had issues with a decked-out PC, that's a different story. Or like but again, my PS4 Pro did not have a quarter of the issues that most people are bitching about. So it's really a lot of people with the standard issue PS4, which, as somebody who had one of the originals and upgraded the Pro, there was other issues with the original gen before they went to the Pro. So,
I mean, even my One X didn't have as many issues as most of my friends who, you know, still were running like day one X's, you know, Xbox Ones. So, but there's also a big difference in the day ones and, you know, the One X it's way better. But then again, I got my Series X and it plays even better. So I bought the game expecting it to be glitchy.
Right.
And then I was like, I have a PC. I've already bought it on PC too, so if it gets too glitchy, I'll just switch.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that option.
Well, the funny thing was, is, you know, I mean, like, Alice's gaming PC is technically the PC that I used to use that I never thought to use as a gaming PC. I just used it for productivity. Like, I had a really good graphics card in it in memory purely because of video and photo production. And then, like, we couldn't get the PS5 until recently, and she gamed a lot, and I wanted to get a new PC for everything I needed to do so she would have her own. So she took mine, which is working great for all her games. And then I got this one with the 3080 and everything else, and I'm like, I should say. And I start, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get the PC Master Race thing now. Although, admittedly, like, I mean, I've played the PS5. I haven't gotten into it as much. Like, I will say that the haptic triggers are really cool, but for me, playing Call of Duty on the haptic triggers is, for some reason, difficult. Like, I am 100% less accurate on the PS5 than I am on playing on PC for some reason. I don't know what it is about the haptic triggers that don't like me, but I mean, as far as Cyberpunk, it looks just as good on the PS5, I think, as it does on my PC. Or damn close. Because the PS5 has so much technology in it to make it fucking work.
Oh, the PS5, the graphics card in that was designed by AMD.
Right.
So, I mean, if you look at the 6800 and the 6900, they outperform the NVIDIAs at this point. And, I mean, to a point. Right. Not for everything. But for certain things, they do outperform. And the AMD has always been small-time graphics for, like, cell phones and smaller things. So putting something like a brand new AMD graphics card into a console was a whole new concept, and that's what made the PS5 so amazing.
Yeah. It's funny, I've always, like, when it comes to PC, I've never been able to make the switch to AMD. And, like, I know that some of the new AMD chips are awesome, but I've just never been able to do it. And the same thing, like, I've always been, even before I was before I did PC gaming, like when it came to productivity shit. For some reason, I was always all about GeForce. I don't know why. I don't know why I have a preference for Nikon. It's not that Nikon's really a better camera. It's just like you get that thing and you stick with it, you know?
No, I completely get it because I'm an AMD guy. I really don't like NVIDIA. I have, even in my computer that I just built, I put the AMD 5950X CPU and a 6900 XT into it.
Which is a beast. Although there's not much to say bad about the Core i9s though either, from what I've understood. I mean, at least from...
Oh, I have no problem with Intel.
That's preference thing.
Yeah.
Just trust me, the guys at Micro Center when I was having to build my shit, I built PCs back in the day, but nowadays I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna pay somebody $200 to do this because I ain't fucking done.
Exactly.
Like,
but I do it because I enjoy it. It's one of my hobbies is building computers. So yes, I built my own.
I want to see the thing is now, so like I want to convert my AIO cooler, the fans on it are not, this is really stupid, the fans on it are not RGB. Despite the fact that I bought a $360 AIO, which it's the fucking Ryujin from Asus. It's got the dual screen on it and shit. For some reason, the fans are not RGB, which I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. I feel like those should be doing something. And then the back fan is not, which I know it's not needed, but I guess it's because of the fact that when I've got the RGB Strix cables in it, where the cables light up, and then I've got the RGB, parts on the fucking motherboard, because I've got a really good motherboard, and then I've got the RAM that lights up. So when there's parts of it that don't light up, it's kind of like,
well, what the fuck? Yeah. When I built mine, my exhaust fan, I didn't put RGB in. I bought an exhaust fan specifically for power to pull the heat out of the computer, so I didn't bother getting one with RGB. I went more for, hey, how many RPMs is this going to have? How fast is it going to pull the heat out of my computer?
Well, instead I made the mistake of I bought a case and I used, the only thing that I added to it besides the stock fans was the AIO. So like, now I want to go back and replace the AIO fans and replace the exhaust fan. I wanted the Micro Center, was trying to price it. They're like, well, you could just do that yourself. I'm like, I paid you fuckers to build this thing. I'm not going to now rip apart what you did and try to start figuring out how to add a new fucking RGB controller or whatever to make this all work, and then fuck something like you did.
Yeah.
And I will say my one complaint is that I did get a 3080, but the 3080 I got is not pre-overclocked. And it's doing plenty. I really don't have to overclock it, I don't think. Like, I've had literally... I'm yet to see this thing struggle, obviously, with the amount of memory and CPU I have. But that also being said, with the amount of shit I have in here, I kind of just want to redline the fucking thing anyway.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this Zotac, even though there's utility for it, like the automatic utility for it's kind of shit. So at some point, I think I'm either gonna go back and drop the bucks for a 3090 and then take out Alice's 2080 and give her this 3080, or I considered doing I actually might go come with it. If I went back and got a Asus 3080, can you SLI two 3080s that are not the same manufacturer?
Yes. As long as they have the same amount of VRAM. As long as, I'm assuming your 3080 is going to have either 8 or 12 gigs of RAM. You'll have to check. But most 3080s have 12 gigs, so as long as they both have 12 gigs of VRAM, you can.
It's the Zotac gaming one. It's not, I didn't get like a standard 3080. I still got an aftermarket one.
No. Well, even when I built my brother's computer, I got him an EVGA 3080. So.
I got whatever the fuck they had available, because that was the only reason I was able to get it was because they were building it at the time. And they basically said, hey, we're getting 1 or 2 in, and because we're building it, like, you will get first access, basically. So the minute the fucker came off the truck, they're like, this one's yours. And I could have had him hold on to it a little bit and like probably have waited for
My God.
waited for a better one, but it just didn't work out that way because I wanted to get my fucking PC back. I was pumped to get it. So even the 3 days I waited was almost
unbearable.
Almost too long. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that because when I started building mine, I realized that the standoffs in the case wouldn't work with my motherboard, so I had to wait 2 days for Amazon to ship me a new set of standoffs, and I was just sitting there like antsy, like I need to build this thing. But personally, when I got my GPU, I sat there because it released last month. So I sat there at midnight waiting for the release with my finger on the mouse going, come on, hit midnight. And I managed to barely get my hands on one.
We tried, man. I like that was the same thing with the fucking PS5. We tried so every time there was a release, I tried, and it was just like we ended up only getting it because you know a friend of a friend had access to one and got it. Like that's the only reason why we were able to even fucking score one. So
I think it was easier for me to get my graphics card though because it was AMD, and everybody, I mean, like not anything bad against you, everybody's NVIDIA fans, so nobody was expecting AMD to release a graphics card like the 6900 XT. They weren't. Everybody was like, oh, it's just going to be another AMD graphics card. But we're talking about a graphics card that's got their RDNA 2 architecture plus real-time ray tracing.
my only complaint I will say, or only wish, is that not that motherboard makes a whole lot of difference. My motherboard's obviously already a little bit feel like it's got. I've got one of the second most expensive Asus motherboards there. I forget which one it is, but it's like a Hero Maximus 2, I think, right? But literally, I think 2 months after it came out, the 590s came out, and I was like, God damn it! Like, not that I need the 590, but it was just one of those things where, like, I really thought I was getting all the top of the line shit, and also the 590s came out. I'm like, son of a bitch.
That's the problem with computers, man. Every time you think you're getting something top of the line, another thing comes out. And then you buy that, and then another thing comes out.
Well, I did my check-in, and, like, I don't think there's really any difference besides the number. Like, I think there's a few extra little things, but I'm also not hardline water cooling the thing, which I've got to tell you that, I mean, as much shit as I have in this thing, the fact that I'm not doing that, and the fact that I'm also not overclocking it really, and it's still running like this, is like, why the fuck do you do that shit? Unless you're 3D rendering, you know, Pixar.
Yeah, I mean, the only time you really need to water cool is either to make it look cool, or if you're doing graphic design.
Yeah, which I do that. But I also, you know, like, I will say that part of the reason that I did the 128 gigs of memory was Photoshop. Because even with 64 gigs, if I opened up a fuck ton of images, my Photoshop would fucking start to bog down.
Yeah.
And my other computer had a strong processor in it too. It had 64 gigs of memory. So even with 64, it was kind of like, it would get bottlenecked and I got annoyed. So this thing, I'm yet to see any issues with it.
My streaming computer has a Threadripper in it. So it's not really designed so much to do anything on other than stream. I could probably play a game on it, but that's not what I built it for. I built it for streaming my stuff from my gaming computer. That way it takes the system tax off of my gaming computer and puts it all into my Threadripper.
Yeah, I know. There were people that said, oh yeah, you know, you should do separate PCs, and I'm like, I
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Don't think just because all of these major streamers that have buku bucks to spend on shit, you have to do it. I had the money at the time, which is why I did it.
Which is why I built this fucking, $4,000 rig I fucking have.
Exactly. I mean, when you're spending, hey, like, you have a family to support, same as me. It's not like you can go, okay, I have 10 grand. I'm gonna build another computer. No, that's not how life works.
And we probably could have put it together. I'd rather save the money down and like get this bigger monitor, and like now we want to get a bike and shit like that. So it's priorities.
I mean, the computer I'm running right now is actually going to my wife because I'm building a new one for myself. The worst part is my wife doesn't play any video games. She's gonna have this computer and only play Facebook games on it.
Be the best looking damn Facebook games you ever seen.
Exactly. She'll never have to worry about her Facebook game lagging out.
Hey man, happy life, happy life. Oh no.
This is true.
Oh. I will say, I'm gonna say this for this fucking game. As hard as it was in some of the earlier missions at like, tier 8, tier 9, whatever, where I kept out the switch. Now I'm maxed out on this world tier 10. I don't think there's a level. Oh god.
It goes up to 15.
And now it doesn't seem difficult at all, which is weird. It feels like it's just like, I mean, it's still hard. I'm not gonna just. I can't just stand here and be like, yeah, whatever, don't shoot me. But it seems like the difficulty level kind of fucking plateaued now, which is odd. I always find it funny when games do that, and they're like, we're gonna make the middle level really fucking hard, and then you get to the end, and it's just...
And now you have legendaries, and oh, look, it's easy again.
Yeah. Makes you wonder why some of these guys, maybe we should, like, space this out a little bit more, Like when you put a transmission in a car, you don't hear it where everything in the middle is fucking the fastest. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
I think that's why Diablo is still one of my favorite games.
It's like, what was the game that everybody said you were supposed to get for PS5? Dark Souls, I think?
Dark Souls is for extremely intense gamers who want stuff to be hard.
Yeah, see, I'm not. I want a game to be a challenge, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't want it to be so hard that it's unplayable.
You have to, want to have an extremely hard time to play any of the Dark Souls games. That's just the way they were made.
Yeah, and I've never gotten the appeal of that. Like, for me, it's like, don't artificially make a game hard. Like, make it challenging as it should be. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking boring.
Mm-hmm.
But don't artificially confligate the fucking what it is just for whatever reason. So
I think I played Dark Souls for like 3 minutes and was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, honestly, we bought a bunch of PS5 games, and like we've got Spider-Man and all that, and they're fun, but I mean, realistically, it's been more Alice just playing Cyberpunk more than anything, honestly.
Really? Wow.
I'm sure there's going to be other titles that are come out for them to be super pumped for, but when Outriders came up, I got pumped for it, and I just got it on PC and just ran with it. So
as of late, normally I play Destiny. That's all I play normally. However, I've hit max light. I've done everything there is to do. The new season doesn't start for 2 weeks, so I haven't really played it. As of late, I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic again.
Never played that either, actually. That might be one I have to try.
It's free to play. It's World of Warcraft, but Star Wars, and you don't have to pay for it. So if you're ever interested in getting into that, let me know. I have healers and DPS and everything on both sides, Sith and Republic. I can give you a hand at any point.
I honest to God, what I really wish I would make is a really good Star Trek game. And yes, I know Star Trek Online exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's so old.
I agree.
I just I'm a big Star Trek nerd. And it's like the same thing. Like there's a big tabletop game out now for Star Wars with ships and shit.
Yep.
And I just I don't know why Star Trek has always gotten the shit end of the fucking deal.
It's because I'm guessing it's because Paramount doesn't know what to do with it.
Valid. Because there was even, you know, I remember when I started looking at one point. There was at one point it's not supported anymore. Because I tried to find it on PC for a while. There used to be one where there was just like a Starship designer game. And you could just build a starship and like figure out what nacelles you wanted to use, and like really fuck with the science of it. That to me,
That wasn't like Bridge Crew, was it?
I'm sorry.
That wasn't like Bridge Crew.
This was like a special deal they did in conjunction with something, and it was fuck.
Okay.
It was a while back. It's like I mean like I said, like it's not even supported anymore. I tried Bridge Crew with the PlayStation VR, couldn't really get into it.
See, I think I have the game you're talking about. Is it the Don't Dream It, Build It, the Starship creator from Star Trek?
Might have been it, yeah.
Because I have to actually run a virtual computer to play it because it came out in '98.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Because it won't run on Windows 10. You have to run a virtual computer to get it to run at all.
Yep.
Like,
because the system requirements was a 90 megahertz processor.
I would just love, well, you know, like, I would love if they brought something like that back that combined it with a bunch of other, even if, you know, like, even if it was, you know what, like, you're a new Federation planet, and they treat it that way. You have to help advance your captain, but you also have to do whatever, or if they took it from, like, a Voyager standpoint where you got stranded, you had to, like, there's so many ways to incorporate that in. It would just be really cool, and they haven't done it. You know?
Yeah, and I think Paramount's been jumping on the ball, folks. They could have made millions like Star Wars did, and they chose not to.
We're just now finally starting to fucking do shit with these properties, thankfully.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Discovery, as much as people bitch at Discovery's not canon, it's like, you know what? It's a new fucking series. Just quit bitching and enjoy it for what it is. God.
Yep.
Like, although, you know, when we talk about retro games and shit, I actually had, believe it or not, and this was slightly past the 486 processor days.
Oh, wow.
I used to have the Aerosmith guitar game. And it was, you had the heaviest fake guitar thing you could imagine.
Yep.
That plugged into, fuck, I don't even know what port that was. It looked almost like a DVI port. You know, back when mice and keyboards had to be plugged into a specific port too, and they weren't USB. But I mean, that fucker had a plug-in that had to be as wide as my fucking hand almost. And you strummed on a fucking, you had to strum on a tennis racket.
Yep.
And I still remember that fucking game and thinking that was like the coolest fucking thing back in the day. Although I miss Guitar Hero. I really do.
Yeah.
I got a game for you, Chaos.
What's that?
It's not out yet, but it is in early access. It's called Starbase.
I think I saw that.
It's one I've been looking into, and you build whatever it is you want to build as your starship.
Yeah,
you could build a giant hexagon if you want to.
There's another one that's coming out too that's. There was one I saw the other day too that I know is. Oh, it's not the other day. Bethesda's got the one that's coming out. Well, they've announced
yeah, I heard about that. I was like, it's like on the tip of my tongue. I know which one you're talking about.
Or is it Bethesda? It's whoever did Fallout.
Not Unix. Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah. They've got one that's, which is funny because, you know, I thought Outer Worlds was going to be Fallout in space, which it was good.
You talking about Starfield?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That looks super interesting, although who knows when the fuck that one can come out.
Starfield is Bethesda's first original RPG in 25 years, and it's set in space.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years after it was announced, that is still almost everything we know about the mysterious project.
They'll probably not reveal a bunch, and they'll drop it like a fucking surprise, like they did everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like Outer Worlds was great. I really thought Outer Worlds was awesome for what it was, especially with it being the old Fallout developers. There's a lot of great humor in it, although that game was just short.
Way too.
Yeah.
I thought it was way too long for me.
Really? I didn't think there was enough.
It took me a week to complete the entire game with all the side missions and everything. It just...
it took me a couple months to finish it all.
I mean, not everybody can sit and play for 4 to 6 hours a day like I do, so that could be part of it. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like Fallout is so, well, not 76, but like Fallout 4 had so much to it. New Vegas had so much to it. But I really thought there'd be a lot more to Outer Worlds than there was. But it was, I mean, for what it was great. I keep hoping they're going to release some kind of fucking something for that too yet. Some DLC. I know when they originally came out, they said they would, but I've heard nothing about that when it was released. Plus, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that that game went completely when I bought PC, so I had to start over, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's a really fun game. Hell, I miss Fable.
Yeah, I can never get into Fable for some reason.
I was just always constantly evil, so the fact that my guys developed porn and shit, I sort of got a kick out of it.
I was a big fan of Fable back in the day.
I actually think they're supposed to be bringing it back for the next gen, but I'm not. I've not owned an Xbox since the 360.
Yeah. Are they bringing it out to PC?
Well,
It's already on PC.
Oh wow.
I don't know. Like, I mean, the last 2 Xbox iterations for me have just been. Like, I know you were saying you have one. And they're good.
Oh, I have a PS5 and the Series X. I don't discriminate against consoles. I have friends on everything.
I don't either. My only thing was I was when I started looking into it, it just seemed like Xbox kind of missed the boat a little bit. Kind of like it's like not that the PS5 is going to destroy it, but like they're still so focused on media and shit. It's like, you know what, you guys have PCs. Let your PC be your PC. Let your Xbox be your Xbox.
My thing,
do that.
I love my PlayStation, hate the controllers. Hate my Xbox, love the controllers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I totally get that.
Controllers feel really good.
It's just, I have really big hands, so the controllers for PlayStation have always felt small to me.
The old ones for sure, yeah. The new one, I don't seem to. I don't feel like they have that problem as bad. Like I said, my biggest complaint is I'm trying to figure out how much I really like the haptic controls.
I run a Razer controller for everything.
I think that's what I'm playing on my Xbox with, actually. Or on my fucking PlayStation. What am I playing? My PC with?
The Razer Wolverine controllers.
I think so, yeah. It's got a big Xbox in on, but I'm pretty sure it's a Razer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one Razer thing I can't. I got rid of my Razer headphones because they were fucking garbage. I had a really good set of Razer headphones, and they constantly just went robot on me, and I'm like, nope, I'm good.
Oh wow.
You go through like 3 or 4 fucking screens where all of a sudden your audio cuts out and starts playing through your TV or through your monitor. It's like, yeah, I'm good. And knock wood, because I bought these fucking Asus, man. Like, I have not had a problem. I've become a bit of a fucking Asus fanboy, man.
Me too, but as far as my headset goes, I'm an Astro fanboy, hardcore, for all of it.
Really?
Yeah, I have a set of Astro A50s that I run for my PS4, and then I have a set that my Xbox and my PC share.
These guys are not one. Yeah. Although again, see, like this is, I'm right in these guys' faces, and they're barely touching the damage. Like,
yep.
Seems a little.
Yeah, I've been trying to find some really good PC headsets for my MSI, and I'm at a loss. I rarely play PC games, so I have no clue what to get.
I'm telling you, man, these Thetas that I've got, they're the step below the top of the line. So the top of the line ones are like $400 and a separate controller and all kinds of shit. Which I didn't. Fuck that. I just want 7.1 or surround sound in general.
Okay.
That used to be part of my thing too with consoles. I could run it through my receiver, my big TV, and like all that stuff. Which again, now I'm 40 feet away from a 48-inch monitor, which is about the same thing as 85 feet away from a 70-inch. So, but these Thetas they sound great. The bass arm's good. They've got 7.1 built in. I have been extremely impressed. But again, it literally happened to be that 3/4 of my PC was already Asus, aside from like my mouse pad and my mouse and my keyboard. And I'm like, well, this is stupid. So I went back and bought all Asus stuff for that, especially for one of my really cool PCs. So I'm weird. I like really cool PCs. And by the time I got to that point, I'm like, all right, so you have Asus, everything else except at this point for your chip, your memory, and your video card, which is purely because they didn't have one. Why in the fuck do you not have Asus headphones? Partially, and literally partially became because I just wanted to not have to run Corsair ICUE and then Razer's fucking RGB controller and fucking. I'm like, no, this is stupid. So, let's just kill my fucking yeah, you got 128 gigs of memory. Let's use fucking 64 of that just to run fucking RGB controllers. What could possibly go wrong?
I'd like the Astro A50s for the simple fact that I can walk from my computer all the way outside and all the way across the road and still talk to you guys.
Yeah, wireless would be nice. I'm not gonna lie.
The wireless on the Astros is on point. Like, earlier, I went outside and I smoked a cigarette because I don't smoke in my house. I have kids. So I walked outside and I was standing on the damn sidewalk talking to you guys, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I remembered that I had my wireless headset on, and I was like, oh, so that's how I'm still doing this. Okay.
Yeah, I literally, not only do I have a fucking USB cord that has to be plugged in, but these things are fucking, they're heavy. Like, no joke. They are some of the heaviest headphones I have ever fucking owned in my life. Ooh, look at your fucking spiffy hood there. Aren't you fucking nifty? That doesn't match anything else I have, though.
The Astros are the same way, man. These things are ridiculously heavy, but the sound quality is really good. And the only problem I have with them is the price point. When you're paying $400 for a headset, they better last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting more like one of the Bose.
No highs, no lows. Must be Bose. I'm a car audio guy from way back. Oh, you got the Bose system in there, do you? That sucks.
Corsair makes a really good set of wireless headphones too that are only $80 if you're really interested in wireless. I mean, they're not as good as the headset you have now or the headset that I have, but they're, for the price, they're really good.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
These fuckers, I better not have to buy another fucking headset for a while.
Same.
I dropped $2.99 on a set of fucking headphones. They better fucking. The fact that they don't blow me is already bad enough.
And I know exactly how you feel because I bought 6 pairs of the A50s for Christmas. I bought 2 sets for myself, a set for my brother, a set for my wife, and a set for my kids.
Yep, that will. How's that credit card debt treating you?
It's not too bad, honestly, because I work from home. I have a broken back. So all of my work is IT, so I get a lot of discounts
that's
for
helpful.
certain things. So it's not as bad for me as it would be for somebody else. So instead of paying, $2,400 for all of those headphones, I only paid $1,200.
Yeah, man, do I fucking miss working in car audio and working at Best Buy and like working at Custom Sounds and Audio Express and all the little fucking deals I used to get, man.
Yeah.
There was a point when I was a manager for Audio Express and I was really big into car audio back in the day before. Now at this point, it's either my age or the fact that factory systems have just gotten so feature set anyway that I just don't give a fuck. But back in the day, I was the, 3 subs and the whole fucking 9 bullshit. And thanks to fucking me being an MTX fanboy, because MTX was the system that I had when I was a teenager, when we started carrying them, there's a huge contest. They're like, all right, whoever sells the most, you win a trip. And I, decimated the entire fucking company just because I was that big of a fucking MTX fanboy. And they fucking flew us down to Arizona. We went to the plant. They gave, we built it, quote unquote, but then they gave us a fucking $900 amplifier. And then, we got to go to the Bob Bondurant Racing School and shit. That's like my trip to Aruba that I had 2 years ago was from AT&T. There is something that I miss about that kind of work. Working from home is great with COVID. And me too, I don't have a broken back. I've got 4 herniated discs.
Shit.
Yeah, that they're still trying to figure that shit out. I've had...
I'll keep my broken back. You can have those.
I had discectomy 2 years ago now. A year ago in December. And that helped for a little bit. But now it's just scar tissue, and then the other ones kind of said, oh, we're going to get this one fixed? Well, fuck you. The shots kind of help, but I'm still to the point where depending on the day, if I sneeze, it's just doubled over in pain, or if Alice, bumps me the wrong way or something, or I'm on my feet for too long, it's just murder.
Oh, yeah, and, trying to mow the yard doesn't help either.
Yep. And all the only solution they have is either keep doing the fucking shots, and I've got the back brace, or they'll do a fusion, but then a fusion, my mobility cuts to about a third, and I ain't doing that at fucking 37 years old either, so...
Alright, so, I want to let you know, there's a place in Florida, it's called the Bonati Spine Institute. They're doing an experimental back surgery that you should look into.
I'm intrigued. Do tell.
It's a laser surgery, and what they do is they go in. It's a 2-inch incision. It's all done outpatient, and
seems funny now.
what they do is they separate your discs with little pillow, fluffy injector things. It's hard to explain. It's like a balloon. Okay, so they slide a balloon in, and it expands just enough for them put everything back in place, and then anything that's bulging that they use a laser to remove. And it's got a higher success rate than fusing your back so where you can't bend over.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the name of this?
Do you mind if I DM you?
No, please do. DM in the Discord, and that way I've got it. Because that definitely is of interest to me, for sure.
Alright, I sent you the DM. It's the Bonati Spinal Institute. It's down in Florida. They do a lot of That's their whole thing is spinal work. And see, me personally, it was about 5 years ago. I was a roofer, and I fell off of a 3-story roof onto a dumpster.
That's not good.
So it fractured 2 of my vertebrae, and what they want to do for me is the 2 fractured vertebrae have splintered, so they want to take and use the laser to fuse that splinter,
Right.
where it's fractured, back together, and on both of the vertebrae. And this way, instead of me going, okay, now the lower half of my back is a solid piece, I don't have to bend at the waist. I'm a big guy. I'm not skinny. Bending at the waist isn't very easy for me.
Same.
So they do a lot of work with spinal stuff, so it's a lot easier to work with them than to worry about, hey, am I gonna possibly be paralyzed from this surgery, from fusing my back? Is this gonna happen? Is that gonna happen?
Well, and everybody who I've talked to too said that like spinal fusions are just, there's so many fucking side effects with them that just scares the fucking shit out of me too. So,
well, give it a look. They might be able to help you. They might not. Worst thing that can happen is they say, hey, we can't help you.
gotta find some insurance back first, since I'm between working from home jobs right now, aside from the Twitch stream and all that, which thankfully we're in a good spot with all that stuff. But yeah, the getting fucked from my corporate job kind of put a damper on anything medical for at least the next month or so.
Yeah. I work for Spectrum from home. I do IT on their servers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? They can keep paying me $100,000 a year for me to sit at home and go, hey, this is what's wrong.
No, I'm annoyed with Spectrum because so we have Spectrum, and we're one of the few buildings in St. Louis that doesn't have fiber. Because the building, like, despite the fact that there's a fiber company down here that said, yeah, we just got to put a repeater on your roof and won't cost the building anything. Like, we'll do all of it for free for whatever. You just have to have at least 50% of the tenants who are willing to sign up, which there's more than that willing to. The property management company keeps fucking around. And then, like, we've been saying more and more at my parents' house, which out there, the fucking charter speed is garbage. And the fastest speed you can get is 1,000 megs download, but the upload is fucking 29, which for streaming or half the shit that I do, upload is what I need, and it is murder. I even called them at one point to try to see if there was a way that I could, like, have them run a second line into the house and aggregate them in order to get more speed.
Yeah.
And they were completely willing to run another line in until I found out that it wouldn't do me any good. I mean, I've got a fucking... both the PCs are hardwired, as is the PlayStation, and I've got the Asus ROG Big Rapture fucking router that is a beast.
Yeah.
And it does link aggregation, but it doesn't do link aggregation that way. So, at this point, I'm just fucked until I can ever get fiber.
There's got to be hundreds of dead packs here.
You know, that's why I'm like,
piled up.
The whole
This
thing
whole
about
city's
people
a
are
mass grave.
the whole. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, but the fact that the Republicans are so anti this new jobs plan with the federal government actually like pushing for broadband nationwide shocks me. Because the fact that we don't have some kind of broadband nationwide, like the other option in this building is literally AT&T DSL at 18 fucking megs. The fact that that even still exists to me is stupid. Like, that makes literally no sense.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just get WorldLink from Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's literally, I mean, like, his shit is really not bad from what I've read.
It's actually, I got it from my grandparents because they live out in the middle of nowhere. They pay $50 a month. It's 75 down, 10 up, but they live in the middle of nowhere. So 75 down, 10 up in the middle of nowhere is immaculate.
No, out there when we're out there, it is they have Whisper, and Whisper is just a repeater where basically they, you know, if they find the highest point in the town, put a fucking repeater up, and you have basically a satellite dish on your house. And I think their best is about maybe 50, but the problem is because the technology is based on that repeater, it's even worse than satellite internet. Like, it is awful.
Well,
You know,
Elon's is satellite internet, but it's still better than anything I've seen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then that's the thing is, like, compared to what they're using, which is, I think how Whisper works is the repeater that's set in the center of the town is technically powered by broadband, and then just with that thing.
Yeah.
It's the reliability on it's awful. Although the only other option used to be, like when I worked for AT&T, if you were rural, they had SpeedNet, which the big selling point is, oh, you know, we're the same ones who do the internet for the military. I'm like, yeah, but you're not giving people the same speed. You're charging them, you know, $100 a month for trash speeds, and then charging for, like, then the overage thing too, by the way. Like, the fact that there's still companies that limit data for internet is just...
That's asinine. I mean, I work for Spectrum. I don't use their internet.
Yeah.
Where I live, there's a small little telephone company, and it's funny. They're called Great Wave, and they're literally only based in my town. But they have spent the last year installing fiber for the entire town. I pay them $70 a month for fiber, and I get 2,000 down and 1,000 up.
Yep. That's the big move now, is a lot of these towns are doing that. I know there's some small towns out here that have their own internet. I think it's fucking fantastic. And it's also the fact of, like, okay, so if a small town can do this, Spectrum, then why the fuck can't you?
Mm-hmm. Right. It's class. I'm not paying $600 a month.
Yeah, fuck that. I actually think the fact that I pay $100 for what I'm getting is a little ridiculous, if I'm being 100% honest.
Do you have their 500 down?
No, it's not fiber, it's their 986 cable. So it's 986 down, 30 up, which realistically, more often than not, it is, I think the fastest speed I've ever been able to pass, and that's the other thing too, is, you know, when I bitched about speeds, they made every fucking excuse they could. But, oh, I've got to use their router, no, it's this, no, it's that. It's like, no, fuck you. But so I went ahead and said, all right, fuck it. And I used their DOCSIS 3.1 modem. I've got that ROG router, and I think the fastest I pulled is about 796.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Charter's big. Part of their contract, and that's not contract or agreement or whatever, it's like, well, as long as you get 60 or 70% of your promised speed consistently, they think that's good enough. So
this little in-town company that I have, they're amazing. So they somehow managed to get a contract with Netgear, which Netgear is the same company that assembles the ROG routers. So we get the equivalent, the no-name brand version of an Asus ROG router and modem. But they let you use your own if you want to. And if you're not hitting at least 90% of your promised speed, they will come out and figure out why it's doing that.
Yeah, Charter won't do that. I bitched and they came out twice and they're like, well, you're getting 800. It's like, that's not what I'm paying for though.
Like I hit 1,500 one day as my download, and I called them, and they're like, "Oh, somebody will be out there within the hour." I was just curious as if maybe there was an outage or something. They're like, "No, somebody will be there within the hour." Okay.
That's the type of service I need. Plus, God, I would kill for a 2 meg download. If they would actually let Elite Fiber come in here, I already told, like, when I was trying to get it set up and, like, calling the fucking people, I was already telling the guy that would come out here, be like, hey, just understand, as soon as you get it, like, I will be paying you for at least 2.5 meg, and depending on what the cost of 10 meg is, I might just fucking pay for it. Because, like, if 10 meg was under $200 a month, I was gonna fucking pull the trigger. Because why the fuck not? If I'm already paying 100 or 120, 200 for that kind of speed is.
I paid like, 70 for the 2 megs. So.
Well, and like my whole thing is it's again it's the upload speed. It's like trying to upload a full length video to OnlyFans might take me a fucking few hours. If I'm uploading 30 to 40 minutes of full res, like it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, if you were anywhere near my town, the 1 meg upload, you would probably drool on yourself. They say it's 1 meg, but I think it's faster because when I upload my YouTube videos, I can upload a 30-minute video at 1080 in just under an hour.
Yeah, see that's. And the other thing is like, understand, like, when I say these are 1080 videos, they're also off an iPhone 10 typically, or sorry, the iPhone 12, or maybe the GoPro, which then is 4K, but by the time I rip it in the PC, it's not 4K. It should not take that long to upload what I'm uploading.
No.
So, I would just be, fuck, Jesus Christ. This has got to be the end of this game. There's so many fucking bad guys at this point. And they're finally actually starting to put up a little bit of a fight again. So I have to assume that this is a... Ow. This has got to be a... end point or close. Although I haven't really... Knock on wood, I haven't really had another boss fight for a while, so... Watch, I said that, not like it's fucking attacked like some giant fucking monster. Well, you haven't had a boss fight in a while, huh? Well, we'll fix that for you, buddy.
Something just pops out of the ground and it's like, hey, hi, how you doing?
Back to that fucking instant bullshit I dealt with halfway through the game. We're like, oh, he tapped me. He breathed on me and I died. Great, this is so much fun. Or when I was playing with Kinky, and she was like, I was already mid-level, like, I think low level 20, she was level 7. So literally she was just a bullet sponge and died every 3 seconds. I'm like, this is great. This does really nothing for me. Because the minute you add another player in too, they double your fucking enemy count, so. Why can I not mark this fucking
This
thing?
place, it was a slave market.
Oh, crap.
This place was the slave market. Alright, cool story, bro. Thanks. What we got here?
Seems like they got hit by the worst storm yet. Hundreds died, humans and packs. Some of the obelisks were damaged too, so...
Hey, what guys, though, with the, oh no, we still got 10 viewers in here. I was gonna say,
they couldn't do it anymore.
We still gotta, like,
they feared an
the chat has
uprising,
slowly died,
losing
but we're
control
still...
as packs started to abandon
We've had a
the city.
consistent viewership of about 10 to
Galiatkin.
15.
Monroy made him generous.
Well, that's good.
I've been watching you this entire time.
No doubt the same weapons
I
the Pharaoh
appreciate it.
used against them later.
Monroy.
Oh, not captured yet. Give
This
me that
palace is
pole.
covered with flags,
Yeah,
all
give me
with...
that nice big pole.
It's
That's
gotta
right.
be his face.
Alright.
He made himself king of the packs.
A king?
A tyrant.
Alright, I think I'm gonna head out and go to bed.
Alright, guys, I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Alright. Thanks, man.
Yep, that's what I thought. Shot received, Ellie. Yep, a boss fight, Boyle.
You knew it was gonna happen as soon as you said it, though.
Yeah, although, I mean, he's just a fucking... He's just another alter. He might not be that bad. All I don't know what the random ball of the map is. Is that part of what I have to do? I have to kill a person and a ball. Oh god. Alright. Here we go.
Yeah, you find weapons that, you know, do crazy things. Because, my brother, he runs a Technomancer, and he uses only his pistols, too, so...
Well, part of this, too, is they have, I think this has, like, an anomaly thing attached to it, and then whenever they reload, it does like, 3,000 damage on a 5-meter radius, so every time I fucking run out of ammo, it just sends out a little shockwave. Plus, they're just so fucking yeah, so now I've got, like, I've even taught myself now where if I'm fucking close to somebody who's intentionally fucking reloading, you don't have to. Because I think it also does damage when I reload, even if I'm not near them. Like, yeah, see, it doesn't actually, it's based on, I realize part of my damage is based on, but there's something in my fucking stats that reloading does damage.
Oh, well, that's dumb. So, this game has crossplay, but it's not disabled. You can do it, but they don't recommend it. Xbox and PlayStation can play together, and Steam and Epic can play together. You could invite me to your game, but if the game will initially collect, but one player will eventually be kicked out of the game. That's what it says.
Like, that's great.
Okay. So
basically what you're saying is it doesn't work.
yeah, I mean,
Like, it
like,
works,
just say,
but-
hey, we're gonna disable it so you can't do this, so you don't, you know, screw up and, you know, be in the middle of a match and you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome, and then
See, some people say, like, well, it's our choice. And as soon as it's done, they're fucked up on what we choose.
then they complain. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we should have fixed it. No, what they did was they tried to disable it and you bitched about it.
Although it's weird that they have that problem.
It really is, considering how many games have crossplay now.
Yeah, but this is a Square Enix game, man. Like, honestly, like, when people saw it was Square Enix, they were kind of surprised. Especially for how much of a Destiny fucking look like this fucking thing is anyway.
Well, if you ever do get back into Destiny, let me know, because I can help you with that too.
I know Alice gets back into it.
I have it on every system, no matter what system you want to play it on.
If I did, I'd play it on that. Then I'd be starting from scratch, so I'd have to fucking die.
You wouldn't start from scratch. It's got cross save. Yeah. If it didn't have cross save, there's no way I would have bought it on 3 different systems. And I think in a month or 2, when season 14 comes out, they're gonna have cross play. So we'll actually, everybody will be able to play together anyways.
No, that's just Call of Duty.
Yeah. I think there's only 2 games that actually have full crossplay, and that's Minecraft and Call of Duty. Minecraft has better crossplay than any game in existence right now, and I think that's funny.
People like the picture graphics. Nope, I'm good.
My wife enjoys it. She likes to build little farms and stuff. Hey, you know what? If you're happy, do your thing.
That's you know what? There's another game. I've gotten around for. There's not been a big castle over shit. I don't know how long. And I don't mean like just.
I'm gonna jump on the crossplay.
What was that?
I'm gonna jump in on the crossplay thing. Final Fantasy 14 has crossplay as well. That is really, really good.
I have not played Final Fantasy since turn-based when Homeboy had the big sword.
14's really fun.
I'm a gunbreaker in 14 currently. That's what I'm leveling up.
I'm a ninja.
I'm assuming it's not still turn-based.
No.
No, it's very much like World of Warcraft, but still a lot better.
I prefer it to World of Warcraft because you don't have to make a bunch of different characters to play different classes. You go get the class, you level up that class, and then you can switch at any point as long as you're not in combat.
Exactly.
But my favorite Final Fantasy game is 8, so when they added Gunbreaker in, I was on top of it. I was like, I'm gonna be Squall, motherfucker.
Alright, just figured I'd jump in for 5 seconds. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing, because I've been still watching the stream.
Thank you.
Okay.
Later.
I didn't realize that 14 had crossplay. That's good to know.
Oh god, I'm frozen. Oh god, no, no, no. Nope, nope, don't do that. Nope, fuck you. Good lord.
What is wrong with you, Godfrey? Oh, you can't get the cat. Okay. I have a 6-month-old husky, and he is really upset right now that he can't get to the cat because the cat is hiding underneath the ottoman.
Cat's actually the next thing we want to get. That's where you fucking know you want a cat. One of these fucking guys, for God's sakes.
Just die already.
Like, this is the first time I've seen this many, skeleton characters that make me weird. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Oh. Man, those fucking... Even in the last, I don't know, however many missions that I unlocked, all this shit where once your health drops below 30%, it does XYZ. And like literally my armor does it where it does a shield blast and a fucking... It gives you a shield, it enables my like Are they fucking healing the whole time too? I don't have to park fucking time. Doing enough fucking damage to kill him. Son of a shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do here?
Shoot until he stops healing?
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Just fucking die. Just one of you. All I fucking want is one of you fucking to die. Thank you. Holy fucking shit. Alright. One down. Did your brother play the what, Necromancer?
Yeah.
I swear I got for a little bit into this one. I considered doing it.
I play a Devastator like you, but I built around my bleeds.
Should I have done hardly anything with bleed? I relied fully on the fact that, like, well, even on the skill tree, I jacked them completely on the fucking human tank, like the worst one. So it's just armor. So I didn't run
Me, I shoot a bunch of stuff, and then I run around a corner and let them bleed to death.
See, bleed is one I've got the skills for, but I've done more with the, in that sense, as far as like status effects, I've done more with like the death chains, anomaly blade, way more, I think, is the other one I kept putting on the guns.
I built strictly for bleed, nothing else. I put everything I could into it. That way I could, with no matter what gun I had, I could start shooting them and just set off a bunch of tick damage so they couldn't heal like they're doing to you. And then if I needed to, I could run around the corner, and because I have heal on bleed, I'm constantly healing.
Yeah, I have, my guns do some healing, I've got heal on all three of my skills, and then the explosion thing that I do, what's it about the explosion from, that thing does like a, up my armor.
Okay, so you know how your guns heal you when you shoot?
Yeah.
If you have the bleed damage on, for every time it ticks them for damage, it heals you too. So you could, I run a burst rifle. I can't remember the name of it right now. So I just fire 2 bursts into each target, and then start using my powers as fast as I can. That way I'm constantly healing because they're still getting the tick damage from my rifle. And I'm just slamming them with as much power as I can. And if I have to, I run and then turn and shoot them a couple of times to get a couple more bleeds on them. I really need to get this game for PC, honestly. Initially I didn't know if I would like it, so I played it for free on Xbox because it came with Game Pass. So I'll probably pick it up Friday. Too bad it doesn't have cross save. I'll have to start over, but I'm okay with that. It's a pretty fun game, so I have no problem starting over.
It's sad that this shotgun is not doing.
Yeah.
Fucking chains of woe, or whatever the fuck they're called.
It's always good to get something down to 1 bar.
It's that arbitrary thing. Like I said, those fucking shields.
Llama.
Hello.
Hi, Llama.
Hello.
Just popping in to see how everyone's doing.
I think I'm literally at the end of the game, but I can't tell. It's the last big bad, but... Die! Shooting fucking tomorrow.
I was getting on to do my nightly check of the server before bed, and I was like, man, not many people are on.
For a while, we had a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well I'm gonna head to bed.
Good night.
Yeah. Goodbye.
That one hurt.
Yeah. He's close enough to reload. Well, I gotta reload these guns, it also does. Nope. Haha. Can't get me. Nope. Fuck off. fucking reload fucking damage, man. Let me just reload next to it. There you go. Ooh, nope.
I think those spheres charge his attacks.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Because they pop up when he goes to do one of his big attacks at you. Well, you've killed more than one of the spheres.
Like, dude, like, how high is your damage level? I'm just doing 10 grand damage to you every time. And it seems not making fucking sense at all. Every time I hit him with that fucking jump, that's 9,000.
Yeah.
Motherfucking whatever.
Okay, so don't worry about the blue orbs. All they are is a distraction so he can beat on you. And he's technically not considered a boss.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's funny if I just dropped it down the fucking world tier like 7 or 8 over like a fucking half an hour ago.
Yeah.
At this point, this is just
As soon as you kill him, you're pretty much done. So. Nope. After you kill him, it'll consider the courtyard cleared. You'll enter the palace and talk to Shauna, and that'll be the end of the quest. But you have one more quest after this. Yeah, I would say that I would stop for the evening because your next quest is the final boss.
Oh yeah. Hey, D-Neg, thanks for the subscription. Enter and investigate Monroe's palace. Alright, you got it. I will. I have to go over here and get goodies. And at that point, it's just waiting for you to get the PC version, catch up.
Yep, pretty much.
Quests.
I'll pick up the PC version this Friday when I get paid.
Sending out raids to hunt down the fleeing packs. And that's when the uprising he predicted finally found them. But it wasn't the
just make my guy fucking mad.
At least, not as he expected.
Well, I know where to get some of the bleed weapons and stuff from, unless it's different on PC, which I doubt. So we should be able to run through, and if you want to run bleed like I do, you can.
That's when he found the canyon.
Just run through the great obelisk. Yeah, I mean at this point, like it's just, I've got some elites, but I'd rather get some elites that are.
But that's what he got
my
where
game
he
style.
Yeah.
So it was.
Because like I don't give it at this point. I don't really care about any of these fucking low level bullshit. I'll use that just to upload the fucking Beetle Morgana. Nope, we're just gonna juke all of you. Keep the other shit to sell. You... Nope. Oh, that's fucking badass, though. Damn it. I'll have to see if I can make that fucker work, because that's just... fucking cool. What's this got? So, Earthquake. Alright. The armor's that much better, but it just looks cooler, so we're gonna hold on to that for now. And you're both bullshit that will sell. Alright. I just realized I was doing all that damage to my pistols and they're not even fucking leveled up, like, a fraction of the way. I think they're like 2 or 3 levels behind everything.
What am I doing? Weird.
This way.
Found Dr. Indira's last journal.
How do you know?
Because she wrote it just before getting executed. By Monroe. She tried to broker a truce with the Pax, thinking she could stop the Pharaohs if she surrendered Monroe to them.
Check this real quick. Gotcha.
Made it to the top. Palace is clear.
What do you see?
You better come up here to see for yourself.
This Monroy was a madman.
Hey, there's a ship!
Is that the Caravel?
That's not possible. Caravel never left Earth. Its engines exploded. Tens of thousands died.
Then what the hell are we looking at?
The source of the fucking signal. Monroy's signal. There's no place beyond the storm. It's coming from in there, protected from the anomaly, just like the uplink in your goddamn briefcase.
I don't fucking understand.
Neither do I. It doesn't make any sense. Everyone saw the Caravel explode during its construction. Even if the people left on Earth were able to rebuild the ship, they left after us. We were the first. Nevertheless, what's certain is that Monroy enslaved August's people. He butchered them, and they turned. They mutated into savages willingly, so they could fight back.
I'm done with all this.
Yikes.
Whatever's waiting for you on that ship, I want no part of it.
Tiago, you can't leave us now.
I thought you weren't a deserter.
What they did to August's people. What our people did to August, don't you see? Thank you for letting me walk a ways with you.
We're going to finish this. We're finding a way into the Caravel.
Confused yet?
A little bit.
My ship, the signal, the garden. I'm ready to make some sense of all this. We'll leave on your word.
We'll leave on your word, which means for right now, I'm gonna go back here. See, and I feel like getting that far into that mission should have given me some kind of fucking weapon too. Like, not for nothing, but
yeah,
I feel like they missed opportunities where they could have given up a little something. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to fucking Wheels over there and sell my shit. Plus, I think I did a history quest. Maybe not. I might have done all the history ones. There's Wheels. Where the fuck did Wheels go? Tell you what, I wish I started selling shit a while ago too, if I'm being 100% honest. Really curious what the bonus that killing an enemy with melee skill replenishes ammunition your current. Oh, that's all that's all it's worth. Ah, fuck it, I'll still keep it for now because it's different. But like, if I had started selling shit a while back, I probably would have been able to do more. I'm like, no, I need scrap, and then that's the other thing that fucking trips me out is that when you go here to modify your gear, upgrade your gear, it's like, have I just missed an entire part of the game that I can't craft anything?
Nope, you haven't missed anything.
All right. That just was like,
But you'll want to keep that scrap.
All right, just making sure.
I'm not trying to ruin any of the in-game stuff there for you.
You're fine. I will just let that go. Yeah, see, so this pistol, shots mark your enemies when reloading, deals 3 times your weapon damage to every marked enemy, and then reloading it fucking does shit too. So let's just go ahead and, yeah, fuck it, let's level you all the way up. Let's just make you more fucking OP than you already are. Why fucking not? Never thought pistols would I be relying on. But whatever. And yes, if I can actually craft shit after the game, like, that will be cool. Then there's more shit to enjoy, which I have zero complaints about. Nope, nothing there. Razor Tributes, nothing there. Razor Tributes, cool.
Okay, so once you get to endgame, you'll be able to start doing stuff. And you'll get random legendary and epic weapons.
Nice.
You'll want to break those down, not sell them.
Okay.
Because when you break them down, you'll get weapon mods. Like the one that I hunted for specifically was Ultimate Bleeding Bullets. Shots inflict bleed on damage with a 1-second cooldown. If you combine that mod with Vampiric Mag, killing shots on enemies with a bleed restores 50% of magazine ammo. Now you get to bleed enemies and restore your ammo indefinitely.
Yeah, that would be...
So there's ways to do things. Like for you with your pistols, you could put like what's it called? Brain Eater. Brain Eater. Let me look it up really quick and I'll tell you the exact
I saw Brain Eater and I started ignoring some of those because of the hold on a minute. Dum Bullets. Where's the one I just saw that had the fuck me? Heal per kill. No, wait. Alright. This has damage absorber. What else had damage absorber? That one. Okay. Which... This one does... If I get rid of that, I'm going to lose... Golem of Death or Perseverance Shield. So if I mod gear... Where's that Golem of Death? Place in slot 1. Mod slot 1. Take you. Perseverance Shield. So I just got rid of Perseverance Shield. No. So I need to keep... Oh, extended duration, but... Oh, I didn't see that. This already had... No, okay, so... Good lord.
See, you know how you do your gravity leap all the time?
Yep.
There's part of my bleed build. It runs Bloody Crush, which is a glove mod that makes gravity leap inflict bleed damage. And you pair that with Despair, which deals extra anomaly damage to enemies caught in gravity leap.
Gotcha.
Which bleed is technically anomaly damage. So... And then, if I could find it, I have yet to find one. You can get the Human Comet, which increases. Oh, you found it already?
Yeah, I've got that.
I haven't gotten one yet. I haven't been that lucky. And then you put those together, and then, you know.
See, I never thought about stacking the bleed shit. Like, I've just been going purely for weapon damage at this point.
I have an affinity for damage over time. In pretty much any game I play, Star Wars, World of Warcraft, all of them, I always play damage over time characters.
Makes sense. So now this needs to be mod gear. Extra bullet. Blazing Aegis. Plate dodge. See, the plate dodge stuff seemed kind of cool too, and I never really saw Man, you really can do a lot of shit with fucking bleed. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Bullet kindling.
The other mod I'm currently looking for is the Thirst for Blood mod, which I have yet to find. That it increases weapon leech by 40% if you kill an enemy affected with bleed.
I have that. I think I just saw that.
Because I have ultimate bleeding bullets, which I use a lot, and I have the blood potion neutral mod that increases health regen for critical shots on enemies affected with bleed.
And weapon leech is what again?
Weapon leech is, you know how when you shoot and you heal yourself?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so that is okay. So yeah. So killing him is that. Yep. See, I have thirst for blood. I have a lot of this shit already. I just haven't been really. I already have ice trap.
I love how I get drops for like the way you would play, and you have drops for the way I play.
That's what they do.
Because I have stuff like the Gale of Protection, Fortress, and whatnot, which would be way better for the way you play and not for the way I play.
See, and I love that.
Because,
like, I would almost get rid of this clip combustion and switch it to bleed, but like this thing is, I mean, these two together do so much fucking damage. It's hard to, you know. Then this has. Okay, now this max health to players, that also includes me, right? Not just others.
yes.
Okay. So that's a healing. This one does a singularity, which does a shit ton of damage once created. I mean, I guess I could technically probably get rid of that ash deal. But I wonder if this thing would do even more damage if I got rid of that fucking crematorium. Because I feel like that's not... I mean, ash is cool, but it doesn't really do... Does ash really do that much?
Yes and no. I mean, everything has its place in this game, which is why I like it.
Right.
There's... For playing solo, my bleed build is amazing. If you're playing with somebody else and you're tanky, you could basically just run in and slam it so everything's looking at you, and then you have somebody with bleed come in behind you and start shooting everything.
Gotcha.
Everything has a place, it's just not necessarily your place.
Minefield's kind of cool. Shots inflict bleed on enemies. 4 seconds. Do I try death chains or do I try bleed? And bleed causes...
Death chains is really good though.
Alright. So I've been sticking with death chains, like, oop, nope, I don't want it there, I want it on, yeah.
Bleed, you have to make sure that you have everything you need for it when you start.
Whereas death chain just does.
Yeah, death chain, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It makes a nice reprieve.
Well, especially being on a fucking light machine gun with 80 rounds, I'm gonna have... That's gonna fire those death chains at least 2 or 3 times in the middle of a clip. So that should be decent. All right. Which do I? Yeah, man, I like that fucking armor. Although I like this other one better. So, do I have anything else to level up that I can actually have? No, I have 10 fucking points. So no. All right. Talk to her. I thought I grabbed another history thing. Did I imagine that? Yep, I did imagine that. Just for the sake of argument. It keeps flagging me like I have this fucking quest here, but I know I did it. I don't know. I think it errored.
It's possible.
Crazy Skater, thanks for the subscription. Figures now I get, as I'm about to log off for the night, now I get 4 or 5 more viewers. Ain't that a bitch?
Isn't that how it always works, though?
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's not here. But that's alright, because going here did my autosave. So now, I will see for somebody, not that anyone's going to raid this late at night, but let's see who wants to Let's see if there anybody is actually worth raiding this late at night. Seems like there wouldn't be, but never know.
Not unless you plan on raiding somebody who doesn't speak any English.
For somebody, not that anyone's gonna raid this late. There's some echo. Shibari Cat's actually online playing Outriders. So,
oh, there you go.
There we go. We'll raid another Shibari Cat 13. Alright, man, I've enjoyed hanging out with you. I'm going to raid these folks. I'll have the podcast tomorrow. For those of you watching the stream, thanks for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. to 10 for the Kinky Fucker podcast. And obviously for my... I think you're the only person. No, there's 2 people left on Discord. Discord, folks, I will also see you mañana. So,
I will, I'll be there for the podcast tomorrow.
I appreciate it, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, for sure.
Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, and we are going to raid.
Oh shit! Hey, Beast of the Bells, what's up, y'all? Everybody hide the bodies. We're creating quite a lot of them, actually. How's it going, y'all? Thanks for hanging out with us. Welcome, Raiders. Yeah, how's it going? Or are you playing Beast and Bells? Can I get a shout out, please? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. I hope y'all are having a lovely night. Absolutely, yeah. You're playing Outriders yourself. Hell yeah. This is my my first go of it. I've heard really good things, and my buddy Connor bought it for me last night. So I was like, all right, let's do some stuff. We'll put on the head wrap and this jacket, which is much nicer. That's a much better look. Okay. Stopped right before the last mission. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't done anything with this so far besides just get started. We just woke up from cryo, so woof, die. All right. It's eloquent. What class did you end up picking? All right. Oh yeah, we need to put on some fucking shoes. That would be nice. And that's a better hood, so we'll do that. Let's see here. None of these are great. Oh no, there's the assault rifle. That's what I want. Way. I see. So this is just a sidearm. Gotcha. Oh shit, thank you for the follow. Super tanky Devastator, hell yeah. I ended up going Pyromancer. I was debating between Devastator and Pyro though. So I'm glad to see that you are enjoying that. Neat. Okay, I see how this all works now. That's cool. So that one can go away. That one's better. So we can mark that. And I don't have any better pants, and at least I have a pair of boots on now. Cool.